birthday!
You guys are off by 2 days.
Don't you get started with me now, mister. Come on down.
Oh shit, I'm on national TV.
Wait a minute. I wasn't promised I'd be a part of Price is Right.
What?
Well, it's a good thing that this isn't The Price is Right. This is AI The Somnium Files 2! The nirvanA Initiative.
Yep, otherwise known as AI nirvanA Initiative, the series being called AI, and we're seeing NPC Man over there.
He's very faceless. But yes, this is the hit sequel to the 2019 entry AI The Somnium Files, directed by one Uchikoshi. And we would not like to see the tutorial because we've already played the first game, and it's not much different aside from this.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, are you just as confused with this cold opening as I am right now?
Don't.
Oh, we were hoping, we were expecting you to be. So welcome to the TV set of Faith to Face.
Only on the Mabi TV.
Yep, the greatest game show ever, and we need to get ready to answer our. Hello there, Miss Eyeball Lady, who's not the Eyeball Lady Aiba we remember from the first game.
She's a lot more emotive than the first Eyeball Lady from the first game. I wonder why.
So I see.
Well, I mean, also just blame that on, advancements in technology. Blah.
There we go. Team Popo was the quickest.
Popo.
And your answer is?
So, Ikki, I hope you remember everything that happened in the original game.
I sure did, because it's important that we do.
Gandharva is our answer.
That is...
I don't even know if there's any point to getting this, but it's just fun to know. But for the reason why we're having this cold open here, it's because, yes, I saw that too. You're welcome, boss.
But yes, the only familiar face that we could see at this point happens to be Boss.
Are you familiar?
As to whoever the heck these guys are, I don't know.
What?
Is the game ever going to tell us?
Not you, Miss.
Eventually. We'll figure things out as we
What
go
the?
along. I'm pretty sure we will. Who, me?
Who was that?
We don't need to know about that.
The question is whether or not you're familiar.
I mean, James, myself, and Ikki are now familiar after a long, grueling, arduous journey across time and space.
Talk about it.
Right?
Now then, this game features a pretty cool form of recap system.
You must be ready to answer. But before you do,
What is that?
I want you to take this question very seriously. The new Cyclops serial killings, the incident in which many victims got their eye gouged out in murder. Are you or are you not familiar with it?
Give me a second. Before we answer.
If we can dig into the details of that incident in the coming
Oh.
Huh?
In other words, we're asking if we can give you spoilers for the first game.
This is how they allow you, a new player entering nirvanA Initiative, the opportunity to have mentions back of Somnium Files. You literally have to earn the right to prove that you are knowledgeable enough to Otherwise, if you were a new person playing this game, you could get spoilers on the first game's frickin' bug nuts way of ending things.
Which makes me wonder, does it really matter? Does the events of the first game matter all that much in the grand scheme of things for this one?
No, it doesn't.
It's mainly just fun flavor text, so I'm gonna really quick gonna save, because in just in case Ikki has any silly,
Ulterior motives
up his sleeve.
What are you
just give me
talking
a quick
about?
second here. We're saving the current game manually. Alright, now we're gonna hit escape. Now, time to answer and prove that, yes, we are all familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings.
and no amount of drinks will make me forget it.
Let's give you a simple test just to make sure.
Or, you can just look up the answer on the
The one
internet.
who resolved the new Cyclops
I have 'em.
serial killings was Kaname Date of Abyss.
We remember
On
him.
the final day of that investigation, someone was shot in the leg by the culprit. Who was that someone? No
Who
need
do
to
you
give me
think
their
it
last
was,
name. First name only,
James?
please.
It was Fred!
I'm sorry, did you say Kagami?
Okay, so before I type in anything in, I would like to explain a little thing that the game kind of glossed over, I guess. The answers you provide, like, whether or not you actually know anything from the first game won't exactly apply to the plot of this game. It only offer, like, little bits of flavor text and alternate dialogue options that reference events of the first game so as not to spoil newcomers. So you can either play the sequel or the first game in whichever order you want. But in this case, we already played the first game for the channel, so we know the answer is... Oops.
Not that. Oh no, yeah, remember, because the Z is still tied to the leg. Yes, we
right,
remembered
right.
that it was Mizuki, the girl
Yes,
with the pipe.
Mizuki was shot in the leg.
Oh, not bad.
And we were able to help her out,
You
though.
could have just gotten lucky. How
And
about
they will do
go
one
for
more thing
one
just to
more
confirm that you are aware. A name that would not be
Who is
mentioned
the
in this
true
game
culprit
anywhere,
of the
that you would
new
have to have
Cyclops
played the first game to
serial
know. Who was
Answer
the
with
true
just
true
first name
culprit?
again, please. Let's have it.
Do you
How
remember,
can we
James?
forget a sociopath like...
Or that. I was gonna quiz James, but that works too.
Another right answer. Sorry for doubting you. You really do know about the new Cyclops killings.
Unfortunately, Ryuki doesn't know much about the new Cyclops killings.
That means the next
But that's not
question
for
will
him
be
to decide,
the
that's up for us.
last.
Oh, okay then. Well then, give us your best shot.
What's our answer?
Cognitive dream
Uh-huh.
is a dream that lets you see the future. But these precognitive dreams, are they really, truly real?
Ugh, what a time for the dope to kick in.
I mean,
wouldn't it
Mr. Blue Man Group. That's a subjective question you got there. I don't think just anybody can answer that.
I predict a loaded question. I predict this game show is not a game show at all.
Don't be so
I
esoteric,
guess-
Mr. Half Cut.
Let's, Ikki, let's not split hairs on this situation.
Oh, you just had
Oh.
to say it, did you?
Who'd have thought that split hair would be enough to cut that fucker in half? And these guys too. But wait, what about... No, not boss!
They sound so juicy when they fall apart. So weird.
Oh, crud.
What the hell is going
that just
on?
happened.
So, yeah, remarkable as it is, welcome everybody to AI nirvanA Initiative, in which we are about to be undergoing, nonetheless, a weird, surreal case of murder and mystery.
If you thought it was strange in the first game, it's a bit more surreal in this game.
And that's saying a lot considering how fucking bug nuts the first game's plot was.
Right, with freaking personalities swapping. By the way, for anyone who's never watched our Somnium Files playthrough thing, we're gonna be making mention of it here and there, so there will be some spoilers.
Oh, hey, Iva.
Biological response.
Aiba's now in Mizuki, and Mizuki is like, what, 6 years older or something now?
In the first game, she was 12 years old, but now Mizuki is 18 years old.
Dang, a lot of time passed.
And a sniper has spotted us.
A silent masked assailant!
Oh, it's good to see that even nowadays, she won't go anywhere without a trusty pipe.
Yep.
It almost seems
and now
like-
it's got
it
some
almost looks-
fancy cybernetic enhancements.
I would say it almost looks like an evolver kind of pipe that, oh, but she has her own evolver. It's a little smaller, though.
No, it's about the same size. But anyways, let's get into this whole
Night vision mode.
thing.
Roger that.
If you played the first game, the controls are more or less the exact same. Same, like, point-and-click adventure, kind of like, you know, Ace Attorney style of movement and looking around.
Scroll around a preset scene, talk to NPCs, examine objects and stuff.
Identity unknown.
And hopefully find wacky, silly stuff like we did.
Yeah, we found the shooterer.
I bet that's it.
Well, that's not wacky or silly, that's just Ikki.
Can't think of any other reason.
Not you, but other Ikki.
What
Sure,
Ikki?
but I'm really cute, you know? That's why other girls don't like me much.
The other Ikki.
Fairly certain that has
Oh,
more to
the
do
one
with
playing
your
the game.
personality.
Or should I say fraying the game?
Mizuki, load evolver with a stun grenade round. You should
Stun
be able
grenade?
to knock your opponent unconscious by detonating it near them.
Doesn't that seem a little excessive?
Okay.
You chose Chunky Kong.
It was Ikki's request that I have the swap barrel theme. Just
I just realized too that the gun she's wielding is a snub nose.
Snub nose?
Yeah,
nonetheless.
I don't know what
it's
that is.
it's a snub nose evolver.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, one of those ones. Nonetheless,
Doesn't seem like it did anything. Like we just... Oh, never mind then.
Oops.
but somehow didn't even flinch in the face of a.
Where'd she go now?
In the face of a flash grenade, yeah, nothing happened. But she did leave. Whoever that is.
Ugh, can't let them get away.
Mizuki, wait. Even you won't be able to catch up to them.
But
with your
why?
supersonic
More importantly-
speed.
More importantly, didn't we see some schmuck on the floor?
Right
Or at
there.
least a no-clipping schmuck in the floor.
There's something there.
Yes.
Well,
It looks like he's halfway buried through the ground.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make any sort of joke or reference to the
You
back
recognize
rooms.
him?
We're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
I will,
I'll
however,
never
remember.
forget.
I will, however, remember the series. There's people in this house.
Oh. He literally is
it's an
half
old
buried.
The left half
It was
of
old
his
YouTube
body.
series. Or
And thus
YouTube
begins the
ARG.
case of the half-body serial
His name is Jin
killings.
Furue. I
Split
remember it
clean
clearly.
down the half.
6 years ago, at Studio Devita, the right half of his body.
Right. Somehow, 6 years across through time.
Well,
his
6
body
years
and the
ago
other-
today.
Right. The other half of his body was found somewhere else.
Yeah,
Where's
honestly,
that?
it's
Pull
surprisingly in
yourself together.
decent condition despite having been rotting for the 6 years.
Strange,
Trust
isn't
me, that's
it?
gonna be its own
Also,
secret.
what the fuck?
What the
These
fuck?
are the
Well,
other contestants in that dream.
Where would you all come from?
Don't tell me you were
Where'd who all come from?
Who falls asleep in the middle of a live stream?
These are all the funny fellas that we saw at the beginning of the game, like 10 minutes ago.
Also, why is the freaking host? Why is the
is he a
host a square
Minecraft?
bob head?
Don't ask.
Yuki.
He's Monsieur Block, and no, they will never explain it.
Boss, have you been giving him
Hey,
vacation
Tessa.
time?
She's probably working
Hey,
into
Mama.
the bone on his off hours, too.
I resent that. That is not true.
Well, already good to see some familiar faces from the first game.
Who are you
I'm just
people?
yeah, I'm just as confused as Ryuki. I don't even know.
Oh.
Will we eventually learn about Ryuki's identity?
Yes, we will.
All right, now that Mr.
Hey,
Ryuki is
Komeji.
away, let's get back to it, shall we?
Just
Here we go. Next
I don't
question.
understand the head. I don't understand the dot in the middle of his forehead that looks like a camera or eye.
Interlocking black and
Wait, you
white
never heard of a bimp?
represents the origin of all
Man, just imagine the baby pictures.
Oh,
What the? A blackout?
What are you standing around for? Get the lights.
okay.
Sorry. Oh. What?
Who put that there? And yeah, understandably, Iris is freaked out. Oh, the camera even freaked out. She
What?
is traumatized.
I mean, no kidding. I mean, again, this is already considering what happened in the last game.
Actually, and I think that's also important is that I think in the Somnium Files, in the good timeline, Tessa, I don't think ever saw like a dead body, except for the time we blew up a guy's head.
Yeah, I
That's
wonder what
true.
happened to that guy anyways.
For that matter,
Now-
why
Alright, he's dead. Okay.
for that matter, why was everyone involved in a game show again?
It was for a charity event.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll explain later. But first,
You do know I'm the commander of Abyss, right?
we may,
Right,
but
that's why
Mizuki
I'm
don't.
asking. Isn't it a bit weird for you to be at a crime scene in person?
This case is special. I saw it too, 6 years ago. The other half of the corpse.
well, it's good to see that 6 years hasn't changed the looks of some of these people much.
Even after all this time.
Yeah, for the most part, they're pretty much as you remember them. But yes, already as you're gonna start learning, James, this whole
By HB case.
this case is
She
actually
is
going to be
referring
taking
the
place
half-body
across
serial
time as
killings.
well, like
So
parallel
named because
timeline,
the
not
victims'
parallel
bodies
timeline.
were
Basically,
cut in two.
the events we're going to be
The
experiencing
culprit
both 6
is
years
known
ago
as
and in the
Terror.
present day.
Ah,
Their
joy.
identity is unknown. 6 years have passed since Terror first made themselves known, but we have yet to find any promising leads.
Well,
I
Drac.
already know that.
I guess
You
when you
don't
think
have
about
to
it, it is
explain
kind of a little more realistic that, you know, a very elaborate crime like this wouldn't be solved in like what, a year or two.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Oh.
before we continue, I just want to point out that little blurb on the top of the screen. Iba's trivia and Tama's trivia. This is a new feature that basically gives like little fun facts into the world of nirvanA Initiative.
Okay.
It's
And I
not
can move
required,
around,
but it is
pause.
interesting to scan through every now and then. So in this
Over these
case, we're
features?
learning of Terror, the purported culprit of
Half-body
the
serial
half-body
killer.
serial killings that have been going on since 6 years ago.
Also, just realized
Of
oh,
course. Not.
What? Why not?
Because you're only 18, Mizuki. You're still a student at Sekiba High.
Oh yeah, she's a high
I
school
barely
student
even
now.
go now. I graduate in a month. I hardly have
And
any
she's about to become a
classes
college
left.
student. Let her
The
become a
point is
serial
you're
killer
still a
detective.
student.
Then why did you let me join Abyss?
Because I thought you had potential as a singer.
And it was the only way to
assume
keep you
your
quiet
gargantuan
after.
strength and
Also,
combat
the fact that you're able to
ability
flip a
were
car, I
factors
think, at one point with a pipe. I
But
forget.
you're basically
yeah,
saying
we're never gonna
You've only been
really
training
get
for
an answer to
about
that, are we?
What, the
She's
height?
strong.
Well,
Just her
not the-
strength in general.
I mean, yeah, just her strength in general.
Oh, the super duper strength?
Yeah.
Lest we forget.
Also,
when
I
she-
know. Also, I noticed one of the other dialogue options that she had. How's Date been doing?
Yeah, we haven't.
What is it?
Well, I was just wondering if he contacted you or anything.
I would have let you know right away if he did. Date
Oh.
was caught in that explosion 6 years ago.
6
Oh.
years
Been
ago.
missing ever since.
But he's not. He's not been
Dante's
confirmed
body
dead. He's
was
been
never
missing.
recovered from the scene.
Also, I could be wrong, but didn't he give it
I
go
am
back
positive
to his
it
original
took
body in the
more
last
than
game?
that to kill Kanata
Yep.
Date. I am certain he's at the hot
I
springs
don't.
of
I don't know why
Japan
yet. I
someplace,
will say,
spending
for
his
full
time in
full
leisure.
disclosure, I know a
If
little
he
bit of the
is,
start
I'd
of
go
this
down there
game
and
because
drown
Ikki
him
and I
in
were
that
testing it
boiling water
out.
myself.
But I have no idea about the main events so far.
They can get pretty convoluted for this
Yeah, I
case.
thought you'd say
Well,
that.
no. Oh, jeez, that's
Please,
saying a lot
boss.
considering
I
Somnium.
have to. This
Like, it will make a
process-
lot more sense as we get closer to the ending, but for now,
To the puppy.
just focus on what's going on in the present. Not in game, I mean, but just like, well, not in terms of the timeline.
Yeah,
but,
just take it in the moment.
Fine.
yeah.
But promise me
For
one
now, all we
thing.
gotta know is that hey,
Swear to me that you won't do
we are
anything
going to
dangerous
now
or
be
illegal
put on
no
the
matter
case.
Woohoo!
I swear, I swear.
Yay, we're a minor on a
what.
case.
I am your superior. You should address me with a little more respect.
You
10-4,
got it, old
boss
lady.
man. I read you loud and clear.
Do you?
So,
Really quick, I wanna check
remember the guy
something.
from the first game? This guy?
I
Nope.
forgot.
I couldn't think of it. Who the
What,
hell
you
even
don't
are you?
remember this guy?
Detective Ushida.
No.
Wait, really
not
quick,
at
was
all.
he was he the guy who was in the freezer room that one time when we were
No, he
investigating
was
the
not.
body?
I have to ask about you.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
have
him.
never seen your face at all in my life, dude. I have no idea who you are.
I'd argue that this is probably the most tertiary character in the game.
But Okira.
Well, he's sure. You mean in this game or in Somnium?
In this game.
Okay, I was gonna say because in Somnium he sure as hell had no presence.
He wasn't in the first game. And now it's treating him as if, he was always here. He was just another district, I suppose.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You were making a
Bro,
goof,
you
a
were
gaff.
12
Yes,
at
I
the
agree.
time,
That's a
so
little
I
bit odd
can't
to just
blame
suddenly
you
slap a
for
character in
that.
here when you have so many other characters to
You
work with.
became a special
It's odd
Oh.
because, in the grand scheme of things, he doesn't really contribute to much. He's just
This little
kind of
boy
like an overseer, I
hired
suppose.
as an
To be
investigator.
fair, isn't that kind of the case with a lot of detective characters in these
Guess
kinds of
they'll
games?
take anyone they can
They're there
No
just
way.
to They're there just to
Okay,
cast
this is a
doubt on the
particularly
loose
special
cannon, and
organization.
you get results, but I don't
Mizuki
believe
was
in you.
hired
doesn't
as a
play
worker
by the
referred to
rules.
as
But yeah.
That honestly usually.
Though,
something.
considering though that being said, while that guy's a total newbie, what about the guy on the right? He looks familiar.
What guy? The guy with the dead body? Or that guy?
Yeah, the guy that's literally looking at the dead body.
Oh, we'll
I
figure him
recognize
out
that-
in just a moment.
You didn't notice.
Obviously, I recognize that clipboard
Look at the
anywhere.
field. You'll see what I mean.
What? What's on the field?
It's snowing, but it hasn't piled up yet.
Huh.
Okay.
So it's fresh.
By the way, Mizuki, there is something that
Also,
has
as
been
you're noticing,
bothering
I do like that in
What's
this game
this?
now, the
This is the field
at the very least with the
for law
eyeball
enforcement alive.
people.
Notice
Oh,
anything
Iba
peculiar?
and Tama?
Yeah, they're more
No,
expressive and have little
nothing
animations.
Yeah,
Which is
I
nice.
guess they got a
It's
minor
runs
bit of
in
upgrade or
considerable
like
distance and is wet from the
maybe a
snow.
hardware update
If
after
someone
the
were to
events
step
of
on
the
it, there
first
would be a
game.
trace.
Well, they're also just moving
However,
moving more in general, because I remember in the original game during the text boxes they were completely stationary.
No, they moved around.
Right.
It's just that their eye didn't really emote.
Perhaps they descended from the sky.
Right.
Eh, if you
Or
say so.
rose up from the ground.
So as they're noting now, the issue is that if the
They
grass is already all
teleported
wet
here.
and stuff, how could a body line up in the center of a football field?
Because
Yes,
you'll
it's
see that
football.
there are
I
no
was
footprints
joking.
whatsoever.
Do not take it seriously.
So,
So anyways, who is this guy?
I have a bad feeling about this, but you really want to know
he's
my
already
name?
understands
Yeah.
he
Then
already
I'll tell
understands
you,
the
but
mission.
Please don't forget it, okay?
I'll put it this way.
My name is Kagami.
Rest in peace, Fred Venable.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll remember
So they
that.
did replace his actor.
Yeah, they replaced his actor here.
Here it comes.
wow.
I knew this would happen.
He has to deal with this with every single person on the force.
My name
Yup.
is Kagami.
Well, actually, I get the feeling that he only has to deal with this with Date, maybe Ryuki, and Mizuki. I know his name already, but I don't think I need to ask again.
Right.
I think I know his name already. I probably don't need to ask. His name is... what was it again?
What's your name again?
You poor thing.
Break.
He's just one of those faces. You just can't forget. Which, by the way, when I was saying earlier the Kagami thing, earlier, James, in the quiz show, I saved because I thought Ikki was gonna do some. You can enter different names when asked who was shot in the leg, and the host will actually react to their incorrect answers still, but he will still react to names you put in sometimes.
In fact, if you give
I was part of that
Kaname's first name,
You at the
he'll comment is like, "Whoa, how'd you know that?"
Oh, he must be a real veverin.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sorry.
Which I
I'm
love the
pretty
idea
sure
of, like,
Logan
wow.
could post up like a couple of text boxes of what he would react with.
way.
Maybe.
I'll see if I can find some things. I'll see if I can
This
find
is a
any.
high-level organization in the police department. You do technically outrank
As is the
me.
case, as is the case with Spike
Really?
Chunsoft, they have a
But you
lot
don't need to worry
of
about
dialogue, but it is still, I think, appreciated that they pretty much have full voice acting for all of it.
Do you
Mhm.
want to get your ass kicked?
In fact, I believe this game had a higher budget than the first one.
Nice. Well, I'm
I
glad
mean,
that they-
considering how much more emotive the Iba is.
I just started
and especially considering how well I want to say Somnium Files was a really successful launch.
It was. In fact, this game came with a deluxe edition that included
Oh.
a Good Smile pop-up figurine of Iba, which had
Aw,
her
wait.
human form and her hamster form on her shoulder. And
Aw,
I am
okay,
very,
okay.
very upset that I never got the chance to get that deluxe edition.
Well, have you ever
well.
tried eBay?
I don't want to try eBay for a collector's edition. But anyways, let's get a closer look at that
Would you like to check
corpse.
the corpse with X-ray mode?
Take a closer look at that.
It's unlikely, but maybe the right half of the body is buried in the ground.
Also, we were talking over it, but
Flip the
this
body
is
over.
the
No
was it,
way.
the left half or the right
I don't
half
wanna see
of
that.
No, yeah,
Jin
he
Furaway.
should mention
Especially
it's the
that
left half,
part.
and then the right half was
In
what
that
we found
case.
6 years ago.
How's this?
Thanks.
And there you go.
I see now.
Proof that it is not
That
just
body
buried.
is definitely just the
Nope,
left
it
half.
literally is the other half.
Think of this guy as the Steve Jobs of the game.
That's definitely
That
just
definitely
opposed-
says a lot.
Yeah.
We'll say as
Same
opposed,
face
we'll
we
say as
saw 6
opposed
years
to
ago at Studio Divide.
what's his face, the Mark Zuckerberg of the the live streamer
Jin
host
was
in the
young
first
Oh,
game.
Renju.
journalist. He
Renju,
was
yeah.
quite famous, and often
I mean,
made
who
media
who
appearances.
exactly is in charge of
This
Hololive?
cannot possibly be a stranger who happens to
Oh,
look
I'm
like
gonna
him.
look that up. If it is, they are if they are fortuitously or unfortuitously someone who I don't really know a lot about.
That's unfortunate.
Let's see, Hololive.
Nah. The lining has heating wires in it, so I'm warm.
That's actually pretty neat.
Thank you for
Oh,
the
good for
concern.
you.
Okay,
so
let's see.
yeah,
So his name is
I shouldn't be
Motoaki
asking you.
Tanigo.
You're the one.
Also known as Yagu is his nickname, I guess. He's the
happens
CEO
to
of
be
Cover
6 years
Corporation,
ago
who's the people
when
who
the other
own
half was
Hololive.
found.
So he really is a direct superior.
Don't you think?
What are you trying to say?
Why did you come here?
because I'm protagonist, doy.
Said
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Why were we the ones to discover the
that could only
body?
be referring
Sure.
to a case
And
6
apparently
years
we
ago,
were lured
right?
with a text.
The
An
half
anonymous
serial
text.
killings.
I need to know more about that case. Changed my life forever.
Oh no.
So that's why I came.
I have trivia. Okay, so we're not going to put much focus on the trivia. If you want, you can just read through it while we go through the dialogue. But yeah,
Okay.
the reason why we're here to begin with is because of a
was
spooky
sent from
text
an
message that
account
we
that
got from an
signed up with a
anonymous
fake name.
source.
Someone must have wanted me to discover the body.
Namely, someone who offered the initials HP,
Why did
aka
the culprit
half
do
body.
that to you?
So it
And
might
also
be
try to
someone
kill-
connected to the
Don't know.
killings.
There is
Okay,
one
not to
more
mention we
thing
also
don't
then were
know.
immediately sniped
The
on
masked
site
woman
when we
who shot
arrived.
at us earlier.
Exactly.
Who could this person of interest be?
Yeah, who
And
is
why
that
did
masked
she try
bitch?
to kill you?
So from the get-go, we have a pretty decent handful of mysteries to sort through.
Shidera, Inspector's checking something, we don't know his name.
I will get the more shocking facts out of the way first.
Okay,
The
Thank you.
estimated time of death is approximately 9 hours ago.
Wait, what?
What?
So that's the weird thing.
Ago?
This
is
half of his
currently
body
9 o'clock,
supposedly
so
had
that would
remained
mean he was
alive
killed around
from
12.
6 years and 9 hours ago.
Wait. Hold on. 6 years ago,
We saw his other half.
There's more. As you can see, the body was cut in two. There
Uh-huh.
are no other external wounds on the body. It appears that he was sliced in half while he was still alive.
But
Yeah,
it's a
but
bit more than
As
that.
for what was used to cut him, I am sorry, but that cannot be determined.
What, no
Damn.
knife
What do you
marks?
mean? Judging by the cross-section, it is clear that it was not a blade. It could
Really?
not be a laser or pressurized water either.
Then what was it?
Something
As I
alien in
said,
nature?
I do not know. The body was cut at the molecular level.
Oh.
A pure
A
precision?
flawless cut.
There is hardly any blood left
That's-
in the body.
Wow.
It could be speculated.
But that's
that
the other thing,
corpse
though, like,
was
wait a
left with
minute.
The cut section facing
No,
the
but that
ground.
doesn't make any sense, because even
However,
if...
there are no
I would say,
traces
yeah,
of
there would
any
be a
blood flow
pool
on
of
the
blood
ground.
around him as well.
Therefore,
Exactly.
it is clear that he was murdered at some other location.
There you go.
And then he was just left here to hung to dry.
6 years ago, Jin Furue's body was discovered in Studio Devita. And now, his left half was found here at the stadium.
Perfectly preserved, mind you.
And yet his time of death
Oh, yeah, in the
was
exact same
12
position,
o'clock
in the exact same
today,
pose.
which means that half his body was alive very recently.
That's gotta be
What the
real
hell
fucked
is
when you
going
think
on?
about it.
My
Oh,
brain
yeah.
is
It had to
doing
be.
cartwheels trying to figure this out.
I don't get it, unless...
Oh, hi, Ghost.
Iba?
That's
Hold on,
what she
did Iva
does.
just appear?
Yeah.
Wait, let me put my earphones in.
Can you hear
Thank
me, boss?
Yeah, loud and
Yep,
clear.
that's our tech at work, as always.
So, while we are able to see Iber projecting herself onto the field, Boss doesn't have that same level of technology, so she has to rely on earphones.
Really quick, Ikki, can I do
I
the
looked
thing?
into Jin Furue's family background. Not only did he not have a twin,
As soon as this
but
dialogue's
there
over, I'm
is
gonna
no
do the
record
thing.
of him ever having siblings.
Okay.
Oh, what's up?
Oh no.
Don't you think it's wonderful you're talking about it?
All right,
What?
therapy.
Oh.
Sure.
Sure.
Worried about money?
Yes.
What? AI counseling service? Oh
Yes.
god.
So at any time, depending on whatever you're doing, you can actually consult with Iba or Tama, the other AI later, in their rooms.
Or their
they
little
can
virtual, backseat room.
Nice
And
digs.
and they can actually do like little counseling services. Yeah, I'm worried about
Really?
money.
It's pretty
Asset
nice,
management?
but it's never required. So just do
It's just
whatever you
flavor
feel like.
text.
Really? I can make speculations, but honestly, not even I know.
It's just
Do not
silly
rely
stuff.
on me. You have to do it
Yeah, no
yourself.
kidding. I need a budget anyway.
Self-motivation.
And you can also dress
Um,
them up in anything that you've acquired or found throughout the game.
And that reflects on the character model in-game. So it's
Let me
not
guess.
just superfluous.
You're gonna do the thing, aren't you? Can you?
What
Looks
thing?
good on Tama. It'll look
If you're talking about
good
the hot
on
dog
me.
suit, I did not buy any of those DLC packs.
Unfortunately.
Well, then why are we here?
Yeah,
Just to show it off.
it was just showing it off, and actually, this was not the thing I wanted to show off. What I wanted to show off was back under here.
Well, no. Don't show it off yet. Don't show it off yet. Don't show it
Oh,
off
did they
yet.
actually? Did they actually make a point of showing it off later?
Yes.
Okay, my apologies. I thought I had to do it
I, of
automatically.
course,
Well, we
did
showed off that at least.
consider it a
Anyway,
possibility.
Alright.
back to murder.
But both faces match.
I mean investigations. I mean
Yes, depends
murder.
on the DNA.
I mean murder investigation.
I mean, hold me.
There are no signs of him ever having been.
I was totally not the culprit.
That half body.
Pay
was
no attention to the knife.
definitely
The
alive
knife in my
just
hand.
recently.
I was just chopping onions.
What?
I mean,
Do you see the
heart is in
tears?
The left half of the body.
That's true.
I get it. You think they might have sewn the body back together.
Except,
There are no traces of that. And were you two being serious? You do
I mean-
realize the cerebrum, brainstem, and spinal cord were completely severed in two?
Well, shit. It's
even though
like,
the
again,
heart is
how-
only on one side of the body, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no idea
Like,
what's going
you
on.
have to imagine what that kind of procedure's got to be
Definitely
like.
connected to the
To make sure that
incident
every
6
single
years
part
ago.
of the body is
Which
severed
means the
in
half-body
two,
piece isn't
like,
over yet.
equal halves.
Well, as they pointed out just a few moments ago, the body was moved here, but somehow it doesn't seem like there were any footprints or any traces of movement across this entire stadium. So how exactly it got here with all of its blood, pre-drained, is part of the mystery.
Oh boy, we're gonna learn some wacky space-time fuckery, I can just tell.
Oh, man. And considering what we already had to deal with last time, it's
How
like,
much do you know about
how much
the
worse is it
Ikki
going to
serial
be?
killings?
As you know, my knowledge of the
I guess we
case
should
is about the same as
possibly.
yours.
I don't know if it's correct. I don't know if it's right to get this out of the way
Due
right
to the
away.
explosion
Between
6 years
Somnium
ago,
Nirvana, which
I lost
do you
all
prefer,
of my
Ikki?
memories from a few days before that point. And due to poor connection, I was unable to send or retrieve any backups.
So remember the
about
Metroid
you, boss?
situation wherever Samus gets knocked in the head a little bit too hard, she loses everything?
I don't know
So
anything
did I.
about what he reported.
The
Oh.
stuff he didn't report.
Well, shit.
But that was
Oh, yeah,
written
oh,
about
yeah.
6
So wait,
years
what-
ago.
what
That
she-
was also connected
Oh.
to Date.
She's referring to the explosion because Aiba was in Date's head during that
Aiba,
explosion.
Where's Ryuki now?
I've
And
determined
so
the location from
when
Thomas
that was also the
GPS.
time when Mizuki,
Currently,
at some point in between
Ryuki
the two,
seems to be in
has
Golden
Aiba in
Yokucho.
her head now. We don't know why. I guess just because they like each other now.
Well,
But
I
now
mean,
that
there's
all
not
of our
much else we can
business
get
here
from
is taken
here.
care of, let's head over to Golden Yokucho.
I need a drink.
Don't we all?
Speaking of, let's go back in time.
Except let's not go to Golden Yokucho, let's go back to a flashback.
Again, you're going to be jumping back and forth between these timelines.
Yep.
I know there's a game that's done this before, but I forget which one. Where
You know,
like,
they-
jumping.
I didn't really think too much about this before, but I kind of still find it funny that I keep forgetting that slimy Yakuza guy's name from the last
Moma.
game.
Moma?
Oh, Moma.
Moma. I'm honestly surprised he's more or less, he's pretty much got a clean slate now, considering.
I mean,
You know,
he
his
did
previous
effectively help us stop the serial, Saito.
And
in
it
the
was
end.
his older brother that was the maniac, not him.
That's
Yeah.
true.
He fully disowned, cut off all cords with his horrible brother Rohan.
Okay,
But yes.
so he's pretty much on the straight and narrow now, which that's a nice bit of character development. Even if his whole obsession with Aiba is still, or not Aiba, of Iris is still creepy.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess with Kaname in both characters.
Still haven't.
Yeah,
That's
let's,
Mizuki's privilege, damn it.
easier said than done.
But
The blood was drained from
effectively,
the
yeah.
body,
All you gotta
no
know,
choice
James,
but
is
to take
that
samples from the organs.
the way it's being set up is that
Hey,
we will
this is
always
no
be
place for
Mizuki in the
it,
present, and will always be
What
Ryuki
do you
in the
mean?
past.
I mean, you're
Okay.
right next to the body.
So?
So, well, you could be traumatized.
It does make
for
me wonder what the
life seeing
correlation is,
something
and
like
why we don't
this.
see this guy
Fine.
during the future
I've
parts.
seen worse.
Anyway, you're in the way.
Fine.
Notice how Mizuki doesn't have Aiba at this point.
Right.
Well, there you have it.
So, in other words, you don't have anything.
Now then, Logan, let's say you show off the thing that you were so excited for. Logan?
It's my time.
It is the place.
Your time to do what?
Get notification when the character asks
No!
a question. Yes. Yeah. No. No.
You can turn it
no,
back
I'm
on if
com-
you want.
Yeah, I'm turning it off when I'm turning it back on when I get a chance.
But yeah, hey, you
The
like
Tamagotchi!
Tamagotchi?
You answer more questions so I can become an adulty, says the eyebally.
What the fuck?
It's a Tamagotchi, get it?
You think they're tasty. Stu Grasshopper is supposedly goody.
Remember, Aiba loves buggies. But yeah, this is a real-time little side thing where every 20 minutes you'll be asked a question by Aiba, or the old baby ID, whatever it is, Chow Garden, and yeah, you can basically raise her like a Chow. It's very silly.
Is this going to have any sort of correlation towards getting the best possible outcome in this game?
No.
Not in the
It's
slightest.
a side thing, just like the therapy sessions.
But it's gonna be how that is good. As Ikki has put it, that is officially going to become my poo break for this playthrough.
Fair.
But yes, here we have Ryuki, the secondary protagonist, I'll put it that way,
Yesterday
of
morning.
nirvanA Initiative
hardly any
with his
blood
own
on
little
his
AI
body.
ball known as
His
Tama.
body must have been left
Huh.
with his legs slightly raised.
How would
and
you
cut
describe the
side
differences
facing
between Tama and Aiba?
Blood naturally
Aiba
flowing
likes
out of
bugs
his
and
eyes.
is usually a very fun little scrimblow. Tama is abrasive in every single way, including the best possible ways.
The cut appears to have been
She's
made by some
very
kind of
much no
odd
nonsense, and honestly, half the time in our interactions with her,
For example,
honestly, sometimes comes across as like a mother or like
2D surface.
Brad. How to put it, like she almost comes across as a babysitter to
Dom.
Ryuki. Well, like to Ryuki, like Tama will be like,
What's more is that
like
doesn't
she
seem
just
like
will straight up like
matching
scold him at
molecules
times, and like
She can be very verbally abusive towards Ryuki.
I mean, considering what we already had to deal with between Aiba and Date, is that anything new?
I don't know.
that's fair.
But anyways, check out this sweet ass signpost.
Fray can mean battle, tatter,
Has a
ravel,
QR
or
code.
swing. Free is.
Can you actually scan that code?
Yes, you can.
yes, you
Set
can,
free
yes,
or
you can, and
release.
it actually
So the
will.
phrase
But
could
we'll
mean
leave it a
something
surprise as
like
to what that
fight
leads
to
to
set
when
free.
because they will show you what it would have led to.
But for those watching the playback, you could look at it right now.
What's with that QR code?
Albeit at an
Thing
odd
is,
angle.
There seems to be an error in the Abyss communication system.
So yeah, Tama is disconnected from Wi-Fi.
What?
Well,
Come
shit.
on.
She can't
First you live
access
stream.
YouTube.
got a problem with that?
No?
And yeah, she gets she's testy.
She is abrasive.
Wait.
What is it?
So already we could see something pretty peculiar about Jin Furui's
Just
face.
found something. Ryuki, would you mind moving closer to the body?
I don't.
Can you see
I
it?
don't-
Because I sure can.
I don't see it.
You can't, but it's right there.
He's missing one of his back teeth.
Something about his eye?
Yes. The first molar of his upper jaw was completely removed from its root.
Oh.
Judging by
Yeah,
the
I couldn't
impression
see
left
that.
in the
I kept looking at his
gums,
other
looks
jawline.
like it was removed
Admittedly, I
just
couldn't see it either.
Well, because it's not where my eyes are most immediately drawn to.
It's not
Can we check on
immediately
Miz-
visible, but
Can we
yeah,
check on Mizuki and Iris in the midst of all this?
in a moment.
Okay.
The identity of the deceased has been confirmed through facial recognition.
Yeah, it's Jin.
Jin Furuway, 29 years old, the CEO of Music Food Co. Ltd.
Food that you can
She's also
listen
an
to?
executive at several IT
It's actually an elaborate
consultation
bean
companies,
company.
investment firms,
Oh,
and
so
advertising
Bean's
agencies.
musical fruit.
His
Uh-huh.
columns and essays
Oh.
feature
More you
various
eat,
magazines,
more you do,
media,
more you do.
Makes me feel
Licenses
like
law.
fighting for every meal. So yeah, let's check on Iris and Mizuki.
Mizuki Date, 12 years old. Her former name is Okiura, but she was adopted by my superior officer, Kaname Date. That's why.
Honestly, for the best, considering, you know,
Like the
her parents
time
were
you
total
carried Dante
shitheads.
home on your back after he
Yeah.
had one too many rounds.
More so the mother, but still.
And apparently, Ryuki has had interactions with Date as well.
Not his guardian, you know.
In fact, you could say that
Don't get me about taking
Ryuki basically
him on
idolizes Date.
He's probably at a cabaret club
Interesting.
in
If it weren't for
Manila,
him,
pouring some
then
points on that raking
Ryuki
chicks
probably
with
wouldn't have
that
gotten
thigh.
this far in working for Abyss.
Abyss.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Would have been nice to actually. Would have actually been kind of nice to see if there's any sort of interaction between the two between games. But oh well.
I already talked to the other detective. I want to go home already.
In other words, this is the everybody hates Ryuki.
What?
Well,
He
shit.
is. I don't know what I was trying to compare it to, but like off the top of my head, what I can think of is what comes to mind immediately is freaking you ever? I think we talked about this already. Have you ever seen Paranoia?
Paranoia Agent?
Of course.
Paranoia Agent.
Yes, I have.
Right?
It kind of gives me
I've
vibes
seen
of
him
that,
on
where
a
like
bunch
it's
of
like that surreal, like odd, like feeling of like, man, like everybody hates you, and you don't know
I know her
why.
without asking. Iris.
Oh, right.
I was
Ooh.
introduced before the show started, and
She was involved in the new Cyclops serial killings that happened last November. You read the reports.
Yeah, right there, like that,
Yeah,
like that, like
so I
there
know
would
enough
not have
about
come
what
up had you not gotten that
Mr.
quiz show
Date was
correct.
also on that case.
Gotcha.
I believe Thomas Trivia covers this a little bit. This case and
I
the
mean, I
new
guess-
Cyclops serial killings are not related, though that's just a hunch.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, so basically, if you never did get that whole thing right, like, you get absolutely no reference to the new Cyclops killings beyond that point.
Only half of his body was able to make it through. That's why he was split in half.
Jeez.
Huh.
Despite having her brain tumor removed at the end of the first game, she's still known to spout off conspiracy theory nonsense. You know,
I mean,
she's
at that point,
fun.
at that point, you could just argue that that's just something she's had since, you know, the beginning. Like, she just likes to make believe.
As long as there's no cancerous tumor, we're fine.
Right.
I already know all about you. No need to say it. Kurita Ryuki, 23 years old. Due to your excellent marks, you skipped a few grades at an elite private university and graduated at 21.
Well, good to know that someone's out there that's so desperate to narrate my life story.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I was under the impression that Mr. Uchidera was Ryuki's superior.
Don't tell me you slept your way in with Boss.
Of course I didn't. I took the formal exam and Boss acknowledged my abilities.
You mean your endurance? You're a young guy. Yeah, Boss definitely seems more into the marathons than the sprints.
I love his grin.
I don't.
When a man and a woman
Tama, no, you don't.
No, shush.
I get it.
How about we ask Momo about that one guy who he was playing the game with?
We could.
Oh, you mean Shinpei?
Shinpei?
You know, the big fat guy who takes care of dogs really well.
He was one of our members.
In fact, he raises dogs.
Yeah, he went clean.
And he's no longer a mafia man after getting his ass handed to him by Date.
Yippee skippy.
Good.
The moment he saw the corpse, he flew out of the room, white as a sheet. He's probably puking into a toilet somewhere.
Ah, so he's the Adachi of this game. Is there anything else we can really look at?
By the way, Ryuki, there's something about the corpse's head that's been bothering me. It's hard to see from here, so here's the image I took earlier.
Now, do you see this?
It's an enlarged picture of Jin's temporal region, near the back of his head. It's hard to see.
It's a pretty heavy gash in the back of his hair.
It looks like a hole that should not be there.
Right?
He wasn't shot necessarily.
I think he got hit with a
I
blunt.
think someone chewed into it, like a
Someone hit
rat.
from behind?
Probably. But I don't think this is a fatal wound. There's no damage to the skull or brain itself.
I do wonder, though, if this has anything to do with this missing tooth.
His cause of death was being split in half.
Perhaps.
There are no other visible wounds besides the head trauma.
Okay.
He must have been cut in two while he was alive.
Which still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think that's all we can. Whoa.
Yeah, no, that was just us skipping through everything. Yeah, that's pretty much all we're finding.
Well, there's no one else available, so do you mind taking care of it?
What? Me?
I know this case could get dangerous. It might be too hot to assign to a rookie. But then again, you have a reliable partner with you.
I'll give you hands-on assistance for this investigation.
I don't know whether or not his name, Ryuki, being intentional to sound like Rookie, but whatever.
It's Jin.
I'm willing to buy that was totally intentional.
They usually sneak little things in past us like that.
Though I guess that is something we could also talk about real quick, considering that in the original game, all we had as far as AI compatible helpers are concerned, all we had was Iva. Though now we have the sequel here, where now there's more than just her. Now we have Tama.
Yep. Losing it a little.
Is that all we're gonna get, or is there any other AI-related characters that'll be involved in this plot?
Ma told her, let's go on this online show together. It looks so fun.
Ikki?
Yes?
Immediately after
He's asking, like, are there any other eyeball AIs that we should know about Squidward?
Sorry,
No.
Something came up.
Okay, so Tama's the only other new AI-related character.
Boss
Yes.
tried to go home.
And would you believe me that
The show's
they
staff stopped her
don't
and begged her to
actually
find a
interact much in the game itself?
So she called up her
That's a shame.
obedient underling.
It really is, because they seem,
Convenient.
you know, you'd think that they would share information between one another
You never told
for
me
the
anything
sake of
about
this,
Maki.
but I don't think that really ever comes up.
After I asked her not to.
Oops, someone let the cat out of the bag.
Yes, it does.
His name is Moma Kumakura.
So we're
I
getting
know
reacquainted
him.
with all the familiar faces and some new faces, and even a bear.
Gonna have
I
to.
know. The Kumakuras are known for being peculiar, even among Yakuza. But why is their leader at a live-streamed quiz show?
Cause he's a cool guy, okay?
Because he turned over a new leaf, remember?
Anyway, it's real
And he's
fucked
doing
up.
fun,
Even people in my world
wacky,
would kill someone
cinematic,
so gruesomely. That
I mean, it's for charity. I actually don't even know what. I haven't seen that far into the story.
Make sure the cops get to him before I do.
You know, did he always have that scar on his head? I'll just notice that now.
The scar on his head? Yes.
Yeah, across. Oh, because I don't remember that either. For some reason.
Maybe he had it. Maybe he got it from the end of the first game. I don't remember him getting whacked on the head though.
But that is right. I forgot he was there in the final fight.
We work in the same building, and you don't know my name.
I mean, I just know he's the detective. What else is there to you?
Metro
Mr.
PD Major
Uchidera.
Crimes. Name's Uchidera.
The coolest voice in the game.
Unfortunately, nothing yet. HQ
Keeps
still
looking
hasn't
like a
gotten any
doll.
reports
I think I
about
wonder if that's part of his
half-bodies
design, but he
being
looks like one of
found.
those porcelain dolls.
He kind of does.
I kind of see it.
What if that body crossed over time and space?
Oh god, now we have two loonies.
It's possible.
It's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
keep going, you know it will.
You have two Looney Toonies.
There's always a connection.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, what else can we really examine at this point?
any new intel?
Don't rush me. I'm doing the best I can.
You're just standing there.
Standing there.
Like he said.
Man, sheesh, my dude. But anyways, let's get over to Mr. Blockhead here.
I think he introduced himself to me before the show started. His name was Andy's Kamechi, I think.
That's his stage name, of course. His real name
I
is
still don't get it.
He's a comedian.
He's such a
I've never
square.
heard of him before. He must not be very good.
Mr.
And I suppose you can do better, asshole.
Oh, well,
What do
damn.
you know about comedians?
She is
Comedians are all doing their best so they can
very
bring
much
people joy.
a fan of the arts.
You are.
I
She
see.
is very much a defender of the creative and written arts. I had
You
no
know,
idea
something
that
that,
was the subject.
you know what? That's something that all AI could conspire to be, as opposed to being art stealing geeks.
Thank goodness she would understand the genius that
It's
is
a parental
puppetry.
studio, mostly
Right.
used for live streaming, filming, that kind of thing. Did you really not understand?
Now I'm curious what
you're
this
getting
man's
into
extended
when you
family
read
must be
this?
like.
They're
You'd
all
be
different
surprised.
Right as the stream was
They're all
about to
different
begin.
shapes. Like one's a head, one has
One
a
of them's
spear,
an
one's a cylinder.
oblongoid.
There's
One of them's a-
citizen there.
One of them's a Conan. And speaks like this.
Special 6-hour
Freaking-
live stream
I forgot about the
marathon
Conan's
brought to you
movie.
by Amabi TV.
Was that
Everyone did.
wasn't that Aykroyd?
Yeah, that was Dan Aykroyd.
Ah, jeez.
I'm sure all of Japan.
Who was
or
the
even
wife in that
world
movie
tuning on
again?
The internet is.
It was Dan Aykroyd and some other actress.
I'll look her up. And oh, we missed out on the Talmud lore.
Eh, whatever.
Sometimes that'll happen when
Again,
transitions
it's
happen.
not really a focus,
Connection.
but
The QR code link. It leads to a ViewQ page.
ViewQ?
what do you mean, that guy?
You mean...
No.
Yes.
Not that guy.
And if you're curious, James, yes, if you were to scan that QR code, it would actually lead you to a YouTube page with the same video.
Interesting.
Okay.
And this is what the video will look like. You'll see it in better resolution. You would see it in better resolution, of course, on the actual YouTube page, but we'll have to settle with Diamond Vision.
Yeah. Oh. Hello. So, when did we turn on LSD by mistake?
Jane Curtin. Jane Curtin.
Rosebud.
Jane Curtin's the actress.
Okay.
Well, that was weird.
Aw, it buffered.
Speaking of buffer,
What's wrong, Ryuki?
Oh. Is this how he normally goes through is this how he usually goes through PTSD?
It's certainly an episode. And I asked Ikki, none of that is supposed to translate to anything. It's supposed to just be actual gibberish syllables.
Gotcha.
Hey.
Fortunately, it was all in his head. No one was
Are
listening to
you
that.
okay?
Ryuki?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
That face said otherwise. I'm sure there's a very plausible explanation for what just happened.
It is my current theory that whatever that thing was, viewing that video actually activated some sort of, like, signal or whatever to detonate the body.
I just think that Ryuki is just a sleeper agent.
It could be. I don't know what else.
This half of a man will now self-destruct.
Now this party's cooking.
Cooking fire.
I was trying to remember what the line was from DMC3. I'm sorry. I gotta get back into that game. Anyway.
Welcome, Frades and Frentelman, to AI the Somnium Files, nirvanA Initiative.
It's gonna be a wacky, wild time, just like before.
In this case, possibly even wackier.
A tale of drama, romance, and a whole bunch of what the fuckery. In fact, I think it's primarily just that last thing. What the fuckery.
It's gonna be so great. We're gonna
What the fuck?
Oh, it's gonna be so great. We're gonna learn about so much about the old web and like weird, like Aina Dream Barbecue kind of visuals.
If this ends up being the prequel to Dream Barbecue, I'm gonna laugh.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome if those two actually like if like Chunsoft and that and
if
Joel
only.
GC actually like collab. Anyway, yeah. Ha! nirvanA Initiative.
Glitchy.
Please continue making more games, though. We like these. Or at least
How
I'm
do you
into these plots.
How do you even make a third game out of this?
There are ways.
There are ways indeed. But for now,
Anyways, back in the
we're
present.
back in Golden Yokocho.
Oh, it's Brahmin.
You
Ramen.
are familiar with it?
Yeah, I've been here a bunch of times.
Isn't this where
Ryuki
Mama
is supposed
works?
to be here?
No, she works over somewhere
Okay,
around there.
Let's go in.
Right.
Okay. Oh, right. Sorry. Brahmin's like...
Remember, she's not the only bar on the strip.
She's the only bar I care about. Anyway, welcome to
maybe
Brahmin.
that
They
care about.
serve
Anyways,
Indian cuisine.
This is a new place in the game, Ramen.
So it is.
Run by ProZD.
ProZD works here, yay.
Jin Furue's other half was found.
Yuki, you gotta
Other
get
side
off
of
the
his
bottles.
corpse.
It's been
The
6
one we
years
couldn't
already.
find
You
6
have to
years
go
ago.
home sometime.
Look at all
Right?
these goddamn
Like, holy
lights.
shit.
It was around 12 o'clock today. What do you think that means?
I really like the music in this area too.
Whoa.
Oh.
Answer me, Ryuki.
That was her
You were in charge of
slamming the
HB
table.
case, weren't you?
Make it a side part, please.
He's gone.
Oh, he is long gone.
How should I know?
Again, this would be the part where I would wink syncing.
Forget it.
Wink syncing is a new mechanic that we'll get into shortly. But first, where's Genny?
They're gone.
The owner of the place.
I don't know.
This is the part where it would be cool if we could actually like talk to Thomas and she's not drunk.
Genny, being this man.
Is she even still in there?
Full name, Gen Ishiagane.
It's
He's
ProZD.
Several times in the
Oh.
past when I was in Date's
I don't get the mask either.
Yeah.
There's a
He is
reason.
the owner of this fusion restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Nothing in this game
Sounds about
is
like
without
he said
reason.
without hiring any help.
What about Cubehead?
Where could he be? It's not
That
like him to
is
leave
without
customers
reason.
like this.
Okay.
That was the exception to the rule.
Yeah,
the
the
one time that was
exception.
that's the one time God's like, listen, I get
Tell
one
me
one
about
thing
6
I don't have to
years
explain.
ago.
You guys have to
I
settle
want
up
to
with
know
the
all
rest.
about what happened back then. The HB case and the explosion are related. If I can solve the HB case, maybe I can figure out where he is.
Oh, not to interrupt anything, but hi, Ganesha.
Hello.
Would he like a peanut?
Please do
This
not
is
offer to go to
futile,
peanut.
Mizuki.
Please do not offer my gut a
Ryuki's blood
peanut.
alcohol level is 0.32%.
He is
That
gone.
quite
He is.
intoxicating.
He is on his way straight to the Bourbon Isles.
He had psychological issues before, but the events of the case deepened
No
his
kidding, when you
condition.
watch a body
As you can
explode and
see,
you feel
he now
responsible
spends
for
his days
literally flipping
drowning
off the
himself in
lid
alcohol.
like a tape recorder.
So if we solve this case,
And he had a bit of
we
a
might be
mental
able to
breakdown
heal his
somewhere
trauma.
along the line.
It's possible.
Then it's all the more reason for him to help. For his own sake, too.
Still, I doubt he would wake up even if you cut his eyelids off. What will you do?
Isn't it obvious?
What?
I'll sync with him.
Yeah, time to sink it. Time for some sinking.
But first,
What? What kind of Tsukome do you like?
What the fuck is Tsukome?
You played this game before, don't you know, Ikki?
Burger?
I don't know what Tsukome is.
You know what?
I'm
I
gonna
will
say-
look it up.
Okay,
Well,
you look it up while I think about this.
You know, while you finagle with this thing you want
Okay. I'm gonna tell her Tsukome doesn't exist. You made that up.
You don't have one?
Alright.
Oh!
20 more minutes till 10.
Okay, so it's part of the Manzai comedy style.
Oh.
You know, the Boke and Tsukome.
Oh yeah, those two where they go back and forth. Like one's the serious, one's the ridiculous one.
Yeah,
I guess
the funny and the dead.
all I can think about is Abbott and Costello.
Meanwhile,
I mean, they effectively are just.
Meanwhile, as Mizuki carries that drunken look straight back to base.
Look who's back!
Hey, traitor!
Hey, fucker!
I thought my favorite gay terrorist. I thought you were in jail.
Everybody's
Peter.
favorite gay terrorist.
To be
What
fair,
happened?
that was 6 years ago. Maybe at some point he actually did go clean.
Hey, did you hear something?
Yes, that's the cleaning lady.
Oh, okay.
Now where was I?
Wait, what?
Just so nobody could get between him and his lover. But
It's
anyways,
very much into her work.
this dialogue option wouldn't be here unless you put in the code at the beginning.
Well,
His real
let's see
name is
what's up.
Futa Amanona, but everyone calls him Pewter. I'm sure you can figure out why.
Because he's a nerd.
That's it?
Wait, you didn't see her at the stadium?
I did, but she's not
Yeah,
back
and she's
yet?
supposed to like.
Of course not. This is Boss we're talking about. She's
Hmm.
probably at a host club in Kabukicho, licking the salt off her third tequila shot.
I believe he's still voiced by Sean Chiplock, by the way.
Yeah, it definitely
I
sounds
hear
like it.
I know. I got
How you
the
doing,
report.
Rivali?
Jin Furroway's right half was found in studio
forgot
Like, I mean,
6 years
the dude's practically just
The
been
other half was
busy
found
this
in
past
studio
couple of
today,
years.
Correct?
He's been on his game.
Time of death
Does he
was
still
around-
play?
Well,
Does he still play Taba
no
in
signs of the
Tears of the
body having
Kingdom?
been frozen.
I believe he does.
Jin doesn't
Yeah,
have
cool.
any
Alright, I gotta get
tools.
back to playing.
Does
I
Taba
need-
even have any dialogue in Tears of the
Different
Kingdom?
people is
You know,
He-
voice dialogue?
I think he still does, but I mean, yeah, no, it is still kind of funny how you have Breath of the Wild, where he barely had much of an appearance in the first place, and then by the second game, they completely drop him in favor of his son.
Which is a bummer, because otherwise, yeah, I feel like Taba like is the descendant that gets the least like any sort of like presence in the game.
Yeah, no, he was kind of a footnote compared to the other three.
I mean, Rivali's kind of an asshole, but whatever.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
the other
to be fair, everyone remembers Rivali.
Really
Well, because he was like he had my favorite champion ability that we all used, the Gale.
Exactly.
Yeah, an ability that I kind of wish was preserved for Tears of the Kingdom, but unfortunately it is not.
I mean, what they give us instead is not as broken, but it's still about as useful.
Yeah. Plus you have, you have skateboard capabilities now.
Yeah, I mean, deep down, I noticed that with the abilities you get in Tears of the Kingdom now, a lot of it feels like proper, oh, yeah.
Oh,
never-
so, so she did lose her eye during the explosion?
I don't. Wait, she did?
Looks like it.
I figured she just did this and just did that voluntarily.
I am glad the room
Which
was
is
safe.
odd, because I don't
do
recall
well with
her
limits.
looking hurt or damaged during the explosion, unless there was a second explosion later. For now, all we know is, yeah. So now we have Aiba, so hey, all's
too
good.
deeply into this case. I have a very bad feeling about all this.
Don't worry. Boss didn't technically give me permission to sink, but she did assign the investigation to me.
And thus we are
So
investigating.
we get free reign!
Yep.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
There will be no turning back.
We've been through this song and dance many a time before.
What you see
That's not
will
like-
not be able to be unseen.
Ryuki's
Listen,
memories
it's
may
not
hold
like...
the answer.
Also, again, with the whole 6 years ago nonsense, I just realized that.
Oh, it's gonna be brought up a lot.
Well, you know, the number 6 is a really common thing in this game, and the previous
Well,
game.
yeah, well, not even just in this game. I'm still thinking back to the original game where there was that whole big case that
Quick,
happened 6 years
pop
ago.
quiz,
that,
James. Do you know how many minutes we have in sync?
5 minutes?
Close.
Suzuki.
You have 5 minutes
Time
and
limit
60
to
seconds.
Insomnium is 6 minutes.
That's close enough, and it's sorry. I
Stay
just
there
say
any
because
longer,
they're always, you
your
know them. They're always gonna
consciousness
freaking
will be
remind us this every
absorbed
single time.
into
Anyway,
the
sorry.
subject's
It's
Continue.
always and forever 6.
I got it. This isn't my first time sinking, you know.
Because the store
Okay, then.
closes at 6.
Let's begin.
I love that. Random thought. That would have been another neat thing I would have liked personally, Ikki, if you answered correctly and proved that yes, you sat through and beat the Somnium Files, that they would also remove any and all, hey, new screen, that they would remove any and all superfluous, tutorials. It's time for the grand return.
That was literally what we ended off with the last game.
Yep. Enjoy. That's the last time we're ever actually going to hear that Irish song.
It's a fond farewell to the first game.
And as ever, I was going to be her wacky, goofy self in these Somniums.
She's the best.
Come to think of it, does she actually do that if you didn't?
She
didn't do that whole.
Oh yeah, she does that as well.
Yes. My apologies.
So it also, just like before, it comes off as completely fucking random.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dream. It's supposed to be completely fucking random.
Hey, look, the old interrogation.
I mean, I'm just still thinking back to that weird ass dance she was doing when we saw her the first time.
Oh yeah, that's Do you remember?
Never forgetting.
If you are assigned to this case,
she can answer all of your questions.
I just remember her superb driving skills.
Never forget the Drift King.
We do not need the Somnium tutorial. We
know this song and dance.
Well, if you do run into any issues,
quick
you can always
TLDR for people who are new to the series. Time moves when you move super hot, and we need to investigate everything to learn what we can find. Usually, whenever you're investigating things, this will take up time inside the Somnium, so be on the lookout for little MacGuffins that can help reduce the amount of time, or in some horrible cases, increase it, so choose wisely. And, oh, hang on, time to figure out what our mental locks of the day are.
Well, I mean, when it comes to finding mental locks, whatever it zooms in on isn't necessarily the focus of the lock, but whatever.
Today's mental locks are brought to you in part by
a camera. Iva herself. And a table.
Co-star the chair.
Co-starring chair. New investigation. Dispel Ryuki's hallucinations and find the truth.
This layer
Hope you'll have fun trying to name all these chapters, Logan, because do they even bother giving you the titles for these things anymore?
They do.
You can travel deeper.
Probably usually from the flowchart.
Truth is found in the
well, no, you notice how it was titled New Investigation?
I'll start with this room first.
So they're not doing that. So they're not going to do the whole sinking into the thing again.
Nope.
Well, that sucks.
Remember, we're playing as Mizuki and Ryuki. Let me check something real quick. So by pressing the X button, you could check the map and whatever.
Okay.
I'm looking for.
I think you want tab for navigation.
Well, no, because I know there's a thing that you could technically wait. Is it here or is it elsewhere? Is it in the other scene?
I think you mean the second scene. Which by the way, for anyone who's curious, since this is meant to be a tutorial, there's no time limit in this particular room.
Time is currently not flowing.
It is the same two-way mirror as the interrogation room.
Seen from behind.
Due to the lack of a wall, it appears to be floating.
So something a little bit new about. Oh wait, we can't do it right now because we already did it in another file. But anyways,
I know it's going to be mean, but ask anyway.
Let us consult the mirror.
Mirror, who is the most beautiful person in the world?
Oh!
See, Ryuki's got his priorities straight.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
As always, these are home to surreal jokes.
Let's do it.
Break it.
And this is why I was better than Tama.
Remember, 7 years bad luck.
Oh no, my hand is gone.
Iva, you okay?
Just kidding.
She's made of jelly.
Jesus.
Sorry.
She's made of jelly. How did that happen? Yo, she was built by a guy. She's a robot.
Listen, being stuck in the cranium of a crazy love drunk bastard for 6 years does that to an AI's circuitry.
Well, you say that, but I think it's implied in the first game, or at least outright explained, that whenever you're in the Somnium world, you're only using half of your brain power. Because, half of your brain power is dictated by the logic of the dream, whereas the other half is whatever you're able to manage to do within the dream.
Well, I mean,
you're playing by its rules.
Well, that makes sense, because otherwise, if you ever were to exceed how much of your brain is inside the somnium, that's then what leads to what we saw in the first game, which is full personality swapping.
Oh, what?
Or just personality takeover, and what the hell?
It's getting hazy.
Ugh.
Hey, are you?
Hello.
I know that feeling.
Mizuki, now is your chance
Oh.
to question him.
Hang on, I'll be right back, because I gotta go move in a big box. But also, and as you can see, same as in the first game, these somniums are where our paths will diverge in the grand timeline, which I guess there is still more paths, and I hope...
But even in the first game, they didn't split at the very first somnium of the game.
That is true.
They're changing things up for this one.
Yeah,
So,
very
I assume
strange.
Mickey has his game plan, so we're gonna move
Get away
forward.
with this just
All right.
because you're a member of law enforcement. According to Criminal Law Entry 195.
Yeah, blah 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 blah.
It's fine.
I don't need no stinking logistics and laws and rules. This is a video game, damn it!
Ow.
Fine.
We're allowed to have fun. We don't even have a time limit to apply to us
It has
yet.
to be done.
Iva, that's enough. You're violating criminal law entry 195.
Oh, come on. It's just a dream.
Yeah.
Ryuki, I am sure your mother, watching you from heaven, doesn't want to see you like this. Just let it all out. It will make you feel better.
You don't know anything about Mama?
Also, notice how the slap marks are still on his face.
Don't make your
Yeah?
mother cry, Ryuki. You can atone for your sins.
In fact, I am your mother. Don't make me cry.
How does that
What?
sound?
I think you're enjoying this way too much.
But yes, the main thing you want to do in this case is ask about the HB
Can you
case.
tell me what you know about the HB case?
Why do you keep making me remember? Damn it.
His poor
Damn
cheeks.
it. I was so close to
Yeah, they're gonna be feeling that when he wakes up.
No, he won't. This is all in his head.
Wow! Oh!
That was
Also,
all
hooray.
loud.
Okay.
Also, hooray!
It just
Forget
got
this
really
creaky
bright.
chair, because my new chair just arrived
What was
today.
that explosion?
Hooray!
I'll build that later. But for
Hello.
now,
Oh,
Is it
an
an
eyeball.
aren't your eyes blue? Aren't your eyes
What
blue?
eyeball?
Mizuki? Alright. What else can we learn?
Ryuki, do you know the culprit?
Can we at
This
least
is
tell
it.
us who the Muffin Man is?
This is it. Hold on.
What is this? Wait, it's a reverse sync.
What?
Ryuki
This is a
consciousness
very
is flowing
strange
into your
mechanic that only
brain.
happens like once or twice in the game.
Basically,
but effectively, while we're syncing into Ryuki, Ryuki's syncing into us.
because don't forget, he still has an AI in his head, and is a
In
sync.
order to navigate our memories too. So
Well, this is awkward.
And thus, while we are here,
we're in Date's apartment again. Only now is Tama.
hello, Tama.
Boobies!
Yeah, she's definitely more endowed than the other AIs, but nevertheless,
Mr. Date's house.
the
So
bun.
I guess while we're...
It's
oh,
Adder Rabbit.
right! The creepy guy. The creepy bunny.
Yeah, that jump scared us.
I can't tell what that picture is of.
It looks like.
Oh, it's the
it-
photo
the
that we
family
put
photo.
together. Oh wait, it's the photo
Yeah,
that
no.
we put together in the first Samyam.
Yeah, when she was riding the panda ride at the carousel with her parents.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The
What's this?
What is this? Soup?
I can't eat this. It's way
And
too
just
hot.
like that. Just like that, the reverse sync is already starting to fade away. Some otherworldly voice is responsible for all this.
So,
Here's where the split in the story begins and ends.
So where do we start?
We don't know.
Let's keep the audience. Let's keep
How
the
can we
audience
possibly
in
know at
suspense.
this point?
That is true. Let's keep the audience in suspense. a bit
Intrusion
more.
reported.
You know what? I guess I should ask. Is what would happen, Ikki, is that if you said I know, it would try to ask you like, and you'd have to type in the name. So we need to first learn the name before we can go down that path.
Bingo.
Ah, okay. You know what? Honestly, I'm okay with that.
Alright then.
We've defended against Ryuki's consciousness.
So is everything
So I guess in
okay?
that case, this game is a little more linear than Somnium Files.
It is.
Usually, the sinker goes
It is
into
definitely
the
more
subject's
linear
mind,
than the first
but
game.
for some reason,
Okay.
the subject's consciousness was able to slip into your mind. But you should be fine now. We have blocked the route of intrusion. We are reconnecting to Ryuki's mind via
Does that
another
mean I get to
path.
slap him again?
That's
No,
good.
it does not.
But why did that happen?
Aw.
Well, maybe it has something to do with this.
Welcome to the Truce for Somnium.
Oh boy.
This is where the game picks up steam.
Well, at least it's pretty quick about it compared to the last game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. There we go. Can't remember that name. Let's move forward. Well,
So we remember the case, yet we don't remember the name of the culprit.
oh,
Well, what
I
is
guess
This place is...
It's the cathedral.
Oh,
What?
so this is what you were talking about.
Cathedral.
what
Hey,
cathedral?
is that rubble?
It appears as though the collapse was halted halfway through.
Oh, there was an explosion in a church, probably.
Oh, it's really
Interesting to note that Aiba makes mention of...
I'm sorry.
She mentions that Mizuki was talking about this particular cathedral, which implies that this is something Aiba couldn't
Wait,
have
Mizuki.
remembered or
You
experienced.
can only remain insomnia for 6 minutes, 360 seconds.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
some
the time
reason or
limit
another,
actually starts
the
now,
passage
so
of
get
time in
ready.
The interrogation room was slower. But that
Much
is not
slower,
the
in
case
fact.
now.
You need me to find the info within 6 minutes, right? I
So
got it.
slow in the
But
the
still, time almost stops.
Yeah, we have
Time
we have a
progresses
full
when I am in
360
motion.
seconds still to work
That's the
with.
system that Pewter came up with, right? I swear that Pewter is like a tech god. Thank you, XCon!
Ha!
That's an interesting way to compliment someone.
That
Did you get that
dialogue
ref-
occurs even if you don't know
if you are
the
stuck,
story of the
Simply
first game.
stop moving and observe
Huh,
your surroundings.
okay, man.
Which I mean, I
Look
guess
at
that
the
would be
map
a
and
quick
try to
little
get a
signal to
hold
the
of
audience
the
that I mean,
situation.
she would probably have
Understood?
heard from Date about what happened.
Thanks
and-
for the reminder. Go ahead and check that don't display this message again box.
I don't have that function.
Aw.
Now then,
Oh well.
let's get a grip on our surroundings. Okay, so during our test playthrough, before we started recording properly, there would be an eyeball on this chair that you could pick up and collect, much like in the first
Okay.
game. Now then,
But as you will learn,
What's
eyeballs
this?
work a little more differently in this game than they did
We're
in Somnium.
surrounded.
Whereas,
The
whoa,
rubble turned into a hand.
several
Where-
Dream
hands.
sure is creepy.
approaching, and you're
Darn.
locked in.
We cannot get through.
Whoops.
We need to find a way out of here.
Also, don't mind the audio. That is actually happening in the music.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So we have
basically,
two things we could interact with: a torch on the wall and a torch on there.
a sconce.
It's a torch. It's on fire.
So what do we do with it?
Let's inspect it.
It's a normal torch. I can feel the heat of the fire. There is nothing different.
Oh, I see.
What do you mean? Oh, I see. Oh,
Mizuki, I have obtained a key.
What's that?
A key.
this is
a
something
new
for these
function
scrubs
that
who did
Kira
not
came
understand
up
the
with.
Somnium
It
system of
uses
the
an
first
algorithm
game.
to clarify the rules of a
For those who don't understand how dreams work,
In other words, it
from
tells you how the dream
the
works.
get-go.
Correct.
Right.
Damn, we can
Since
do that now?
basically to avoid
Kira's
moon logic,
legit.
whenever you're interacting
The
with
sync
things,
system has
you
evolved
can
greatly.
actually basically get hints
The
that tell
key
you,
can
hey,
help
this
with
is what
unlocking
path you should be
mental
trying to
locks and
approach.
better understanding the
Okay.
subject.
So that we don't have
By
to worry
searching
about all
more,
that
the key
freaking
will
door
be
crap like in
updated
the
and
first game,
information
or when we had to
accumulated.
battle the
So
UFO
more
with the
I
stars
search,
and
the more
colors.
hints I get.
Yeah. There's nothing as cryptic in this game as there was in the first game, thankfully.
That's good. Also, Logan, you were talking about earlier how finding
Oh.
eyeballs in
Oh.
this game works differently than the original.
Yep,
Yes,
you
I
might
can
have
show-
actually noticed a little message that popped up over here saying 5 eyeballs gained. Eyeballs
can
are
show
now
that
a
here.
form of currency.
It's a torch.
Huh.
I would say if I go into the menu, eyeballs are now over here. Eyeballs obtained, and
Holy shit, that's a lot of eyeballs.
Yeah,
Because
you get
we've
a
been
lot from
finding
the
something.
first Somnium to be, alone.
right. We're not going to hit that though, because that does basically you have to basically quit out the title screen to do it. But basically, that's where you can buy. It now functions differently. Whereas as opposed to finding one piece of concept art per stage, you can save up and
Abrasion.
buy concept arts
can interact
as you
with this
unlock
for
them
whatever
with
reason.
those eyeballs. Kind of like it's honestly kind of like how the new Resident Evil games have been having that new like credit system.
It looks like a normal brazier.
Oh, I thought it was a sconce.
No.
Man, I just had the dumbest. I just had the dumbest realization of what that reminds me of. Remember back when Pac-Man: The Ghostly Adventures was a thing?
Not?
Yeah. It wasn't that the TV show that had him becoming a meme?
This fire must have
Essentially, yeah. The younger Pac-Man. There was a game adaptation. It was a pretty good one. I'll give it that much. One of the collectibles you can get in that game are literal ghosts' eyeballs, because technically when you eat them, you still store their eyeballs.
I mean,
But then,
in that case, I guess it kind of makes sense. Just so you can't let the ghost respawn.
in a manner of speaking, yeah. But that being said, once the level's over, he actually belches them all out.
Ew.
Okay, I was gonna say, that is very dark, and the shadows are all missing a single aspect.
So now you have the idea of what the stream is all about. It's opposite day logic.
A brazier.
Oh.
So what do you do with a torch that you can't necessarily feel the heat from?
Breathe in.
Brazier is a shadow. We can't extinguish it.
Whiff it like you would a big, fat, blunt one.
Or, you know, like a potted flower.
Like a potted flower in the first game.
Really hard.
I do have amazing suction.
Don't say that.
I mean, it's true.
Oh.
Suction. Bravo. Marvelous.
Jeez.
I believe that is word for word what Date said.
I believe so.
Looks like the
Deja
But
vu.
oddly enough, the same little symbol applies with the torch on the wall.
That's right, because that one was was still hot, as opposed to so I guess that's how this works. We need to find the one that's one of these things is not like the other, and then take care of it.
If you get lost, use the map.
The map's he's right there. Oh.
Oh.
Beep beep beep.
What weather do you like? I
prefer.
I like
you go.
snow
This
days.
is your thing.
I like windy days.
Yeah, I'm
Looking
a
for
little more.
upskirtsy. No.
Perv.
Oh crap! He's coming. Oh crap! This one's coming crazy.
But now that her stats are raised, she became a child.
Tell me more.
With a coat. Is she wearing seashell bra?
Yeah. So
She's
what
crazy.
of it?
He's a genie. She's crazy.
Exactly.
Okay, then.
Wait, I'm trying to remember something. I believe
Check your
there's a
map.
secret eyeball somewhere around here.
Check your map.
No, you can't see it on the map. You have to go
that's
spelunky.
that's right. Yeah, the ones where you have to like approach.
Yeah.
Just beware of your time.
Yeah, don't worry. You have plenty of time for the first Somnium. It's the
If
first
not,
Somnium of the game, after all.
Here, I'll look into it. You talk to him.
Yeah, let's talk to Mr. Ryuki here. Also, you might have noticed that there's a 25-second deduction from when you talk to Ryuki. Sometimes objects that you interact with in Somniums don't necessarily allow you to do anything more
Trapped
with
in
them.
this space again.
If we get rid of something with the
Uh-oh,
shadow
now there's
thing,
3 Ryukis.
Maybe we can get
Yeah,
out.
there's
one?
the Ryuki that's burning hot, there's the Ryuki smelling his hand, and the one over there. Oh wait, they're both smelling their hands.
Oh, and I just looked it up, Ikki. The next one is actually going to be when we go up the stairs.
Okay.
It's a bottle of brandy.
Ooh, brandy.
Do we want to drink it up?
I'd rather puke.
No, you
That's
don't.
puke. I mean, it gives us.
Because look how much time it has.
Oh shoot! Yeah, no, that's right. We need to get a timey
If
first.
you say so.
Let's take a drinky.
She's really going at it.
How you're gonna drink it?
She's going at it.
Woo! Oh, I'm feeling good. It's me, Aiba.
It sure is.
Mizuki, can you pet me?
What's the pose?
Pet me! Pet me till
Look at her face.
She's crying. She's
What
sobbing.
the absolute shit?
You don't pet me.
Oh god.
I'm going to self-destruct.
While in her head.
Oh, no, no.
2, 1.
No, you can only do it with the code. You can only do it with the code.
Get a hold of yourself.
My head hurts.
That's
Oh, wow.
the fastest hangover I've ever seen.
Just instant to it.
Jeez. I should have never told you to do that.
She's playing, you know it. And
He's still
Yeah.
holding on to his
Hey, I can never.
Tiny.
Hey, I can never truly get drunk.
that is silly.
It's like a useful item that changes the
As
flow
always,
of
keep an eye
time,
out for them.
right?
They can shorten
For the most
time.
part.
Some of the depending on how you
Time
find
is a
them, some of
material
the
capable
best
of
ones are ones that can
modifying
like
the
make
way
it
the
be
brain
like exactly
processes
10 or
time.
something
By
seconds.
using this, you can
Stuff like
slow down
reduced to
or speed
1,
up time in the
reduced to
Somnium
10, half time, third time.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
Peter.
yeah.
Thank you, Peter.
You cannot hold
Thought
on
that
to
was like
too
on his
many at a
official
time,
logo,
so
like
be
Pewter
sure to
Industries.
use them as
I
they come.
invented it.
Yeah, that's his catchphrase.
God,
Anyways,
now you
what
just
we
make me
really
think.
want to do is,
How about we inspect it to get that 10-second
yeah, let's
timer?
get an idea. of
Standard
what we're
issue
dealing
for
with.
Abyss members.
Is
That's...
it Ryuki's?
Now that one looks like
Unless there is a
Date's.
special request, all members are issued the same firearm,
Oh.
so we cannot tell.
So
Maybe it's
you know
just a
what?
new model.
One thing I noticed.
Well, in any case, so it looks. So I guess Mizuki's then the snub nose one that James said. I guess is a special
The
issue.
evolver utilizes electromagnetism, so it should be emitting electromagnetic
And there
waves.
we go. Now we know that
It
this
should
one is
be.
the thing
One of
that.
those shadow trait
Right,
things.
and the beer did make us drunk, so that was acting naturally. This one is not acting naturally. That is our shadow.
So if it's not acting that great, then go ahead and shoot yourself. I'm sure nothing that'll happen.
Try. Inside the mouth, below the chin, or on the temple.
I was kind of hoping just the
you
toe.
don't have any second thoughts about this?
I do. But my job is to support you, Mizuki.
By any
Above all
means
else, I believe
necessary.
in and obey your orders.
That's a little dark, but okay.
I see.
Remember, it's not even a real gun.
In that case, can you ignore my last command?
Come here.
Iba! Iba!
It was a blank. My ears are ringing.
Just pretend it's Persona and everyone's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Just summon,
I've been through a lot today, huh?
summon Palace.
Holes. I'll be
Hey, yeah.
fine.
What were you planning
I forget.
on
Are you
using
gonna be
the
playing
other
the
place
Persona
for?
3 HD thing that's on Switch?
Yes.
It appears obeying your command was the right
Wait,
thing
the,
to do. Good
wait.
job, Mizuki.
Persona 3 Reloaded.
Oh.
Oh, you mean the thing that's not coming to Switch?
It is coming
Oh.
to Switch.
I thought it was going to
Is
Switch.
it? I could have sworn I heard that it was only going to be on
Oh.
modern day. Like, oh,
An early leak said that it's going to be coming to Switch as well.
if you say so. I've only been hearing that it's only going to be on PS5, Xbox, and all that.
I mean, if they could run Persona 5 Golden on the Switch, they could run Persona 3.
I'll look into it.
Isn't gonna fix anything.
Wow, another explosion.
Don't you
Says
just
the guy
hate
who
when
just
your
immediately
face
blew up.
explode? Oh,
So far, but yeah, so
it's a
far,
corpse.
yeah, so far James is right in that. As far as what we know officially, we know that it'll be coming out on things other than Switch. But I'm sure they'll find a way to, even if it's like a cloud version, I'm sure they'll put something else.
Oh god, if it's a cloud version, I'm going to be really upset.
Give it 5 years.
Don't you have any other? Wait, I thought you had another console, Ikki.
What?
I was gonna say I thought you had another console or a Steam account.
Ryuki is burdened by what happened in the past. He's still holding on to his regrets, and...
Let's
You
chase
can't
after
avoid the question
Ryuki.
forever. It's got to be somewhere.
4 minutes remaining.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, by doing the right thing, we got a half-timey, which reduces the cost of any timey to half the stated amount.
Yep, and actually I do like that they lighten us.
But now we know what to do. We need to find the thing with
Hey,
shadow
did you say there
traits
was an
in it,
eyeball you can
right?
find among the
Yes,
stairs?
most likely.
Tip-top of the stairs.
The tippity top of the
Gotcha.
It
stairs?
looks like we can only interact with Ryuki.
There are 3 Ryuki, in fact. So anyways, you
Just
want
like
us to
before.
check the top of the stairs, he said?
Basically, like look out from there to your left.
To the left? Here?
See that table on your right?
Oh,
The
there!
eyeball-
Okay.
Yeah, the eyeball will be over there.
Okay, I know
when
what to
we
do.
leave this place.
Anyways.
Ryuki.
I did nothing wrong. I forgot it all. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my days.
Man, good for you. But let's see what the others have to say.
Hey, Ryuki.
I can't forget about what I did. I have no future.
Okay, that one is
Ow.
upset. And what about this one?
Hey, Ryuki.
I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
I mean, there you go. So now we know
I'm
which
sorry.
Ryuki is the one that's not like the others.
I have to live with this.
One of
for the
these
rest of my
Ryukis
life.
is not like the others.
One of them doesn't need therapy, or maybe they do.
Do I want to show off the
I
funny?
can't forget.
I think you
about
should show off the
Eh,
funny. That's what
I
we're
will show off the funny. Let's pet him.
Okay.
Boys
Let's
love it
pet
when
him.
you do that. Boss told me.
But I am not very adept at pampering people.
Let's give him a mighty little pat on the head for being a
I
good
do not
boy.
understand your logic, but if you say so.
That's what we're in for. These
You'll
Somniums
cheer
are
Also,
him
should
up
we
some,
re-
don't you worry.
Also, should we really take Boss's
Do
word
not
for
be
it?
so hard on yourself.
I love how she's doing a side glance. It's like, yeah, I totally
You're
mean
being
this.
so shy. Put your heart into it.
Fine.
Yeah, I agree, James. I don't know if we should try. Oh my lord.
That's a little too much heart.
That's too much. That's too much.
Approaching sound barrier.
Stop, you're gonna pet his head off.
Could you imagine? He's still holding on to his regrets and is in denial.
And his
Not
head's
only
on
that,
fire.
but his head's on fire!
Well,
Yeah,
good luck with that, Ryuki.
When Aiba pets you, you stay pet. Now then.
But yeah,
I don't think we should trust Boss on her romantic things, considering her freaking parasocial relationship with a boy band. All
He
seven.
doesn't have a shadow. And something's weird about how positive he is.
I hate positivity.
Shadow trait.
He's a fake.
So we should do the opposite of what he wants.
Yeah,
Yes.
kick
the
him.
Don't encourage the psychotic breakdown plan.
Ota
Kick him.
would probably love the praise, but this is Ryuki.
Oh yeah,
the
Ota. I don't know.
honor
I
student
forget. I
talking
think
about
I think we'll meet up with Ota later.
We will.
Ryuki.
Yay!
We
my
did
favorite-
see him in the intro, so.
Oh right, yeah, my favorite
Just
Pokemon
forget
trainer.
it all.
Everybody's favorite
Sure.
Pokemon trainer.
No
For
one's
real.
going to
No.
reject you. Boss and everyone else accepts you. Just rest. Take some time off. Enjoy yourself.
No, that's not. Stop!
There we
It's all
go.
my fault.
We snapped
He
him back to
cracked like
reality.
an
I needed to do
He
something.
cracked like an egg.
The classic guilt trip approach.
All right, our plan worked.
No, 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 no! No forgiveness, no mercy, never!
Okay, so you
No.
watched a YouTube video. That doesn't mean. Oh, he's gonna blow up again.
Oof. And then you'll blow up.
Considering the kind of plotline we're going through right now, would it be out of place to suddenly see fucking Pyramid Head walking around these floors?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. Okay, so really quick, that table.
Yeah,
I can't wait for
Pyramid
I can't
slap.
wait for the Bloober team to fuck up Silent Hill 2.
Oh, it's gonna be so
All right.
fun.
Anything else up here, or should we just?
Nah, that was the only. Oh, hang on. What's that little pit over there?
It's a thing.
It's gonna waste a little bit of time, but why
And
not?
again, you know you're done with the Somnium if the text is auto and if the camera gets a little bit more cinematic.
Okay, so yeah, we're literally at the end.
Oh, sorry.
Ouch.
Sorry about that.
So, we can now conclude the Somnium thinking, what the heck have we learned?
Well, we know that Ryuki had his dreams crushed. Literally.
He had his dreams. Oh.
I'm sorry.
And off to save Ryuki is.
This would happen.
Wait.
Now let's stop and think about it.
And so he was present. What? He was the
Ryuki
one.
saved Ryuki.
What?
Wait, so he has some connection to the explosion at the cathedral, wherever that is.
And it seems that someone died, either due to him or, around him.
You know, I just realized something, even like right back at the very beginning. I keep forgetting like the whole thing about the when you see a character that's all blue and whatnot. I mean, that's just this hint that's like we don't even know what they look like.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, but it was only that one time. Wasn't it like with Saito or with someone that we once saw where it was a person in red?
It was Saito and Iris's body that we saw a couple of characters in silhouette. But
Okay.
they were rendered as
And
blue figures or red figures or purple figures.
And then there was the purple guy.
Yeah.
I can't do that anyway. I'm actually curious to see how that movie's gonna go. I'm gonna wait.
Notice how we're on side Ryuki now.
Huh, interesting. Why are we on Ryuki's side now?
Who are you again? It's not Bikini. It's not Zucchini either.
It's not Teeny Weeny.
Oh, I remember. It's Mizuki.
You're still drunk.
Looks like
Yeah, no, he is hammered.
Tom, can you just hop out and join the interrogation?
So quit
Yeah,
messing
who are you
around.
talking to here, huh?
Or maybe have Tama inject him with some of that adrenaline or whatever?
So I'll say it again.
No need. Tama told me earlier. Jin
Oh.
Furue's other half was found, but the body was alive until noon today. You want to know how? It's simple. Jin's left half flew here. It
What?
flew through time from the world 6 years ago.
I'm not even gonna question. I'm not even gonna ask because I don't want to potentially spoil myself. But I'm curious how often they're gonna keep tossing that out there.
Ryuki, I looked inside your mind.
I know. You synced with me, didn't you?
So he
Who was
knows.
that person?
Enough with the sass, you
The person who
piece of
was
shit.
reaching out to you at the end of the
What do you
Somnium.
know about the one?
Tell me.
Tell us everything you know about the
I don't know
Moiterers.
about. What was it?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
Putting
dead
yourself in
person. so-
danger.
Take it from the top, mister.
I mean, we gotta move this plot forward. So
Then I'll tell you. But I'm sure there's no need to explain.
Also, hey,
what
his face
happened
isn't red no
10
more.
6 years ago.
oh, he sobered up real quick.
I was
Thank
there
you.
at the studio.
I guess so.
All right. Then I'll start from the part you don't know about. The day after the incident. February 11th.
Past.
Anyone imagines.
Okay, so they both have separate chapters.
Yeah, there's side Ryuki and side Mizuki. So 6 years ago today...
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
And there's the man of the hour.
Mr. Date.
What's up, Ketchup?
And this apparently seems to be the day when it was, hey, Tama.
So yeah, we could talk to Boss, we could talk to Tama, we could talk to Date, or we could take option D and talk to Mario!
Mario!
Doll can talk to Yuki?
He's
My
my
friend.
childhood friend.
How you doing?
What are you talking about?
That's him. Hello.
Mario. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello!
It's a
I'm
nice
so glad
day
this
to
guy's
see
still here.
you.
He's a good
pretty much-
friend.
I mean, all the environments pretty much there. Like, look, you can even see the pumpkin friend.
You can see the the Bill O-Lantern, the happy birthday sign that she still didn't take down after Iris made a funny comment.
Her
You can
grandfather's
see the
death
dartboard,
mask.
you can see her
dartboard.
boyfriends, you can see her grandfather's death mask.
All
All the funny things.
Honestly, it just looks like she didn't really... She didn't take out anything since last game.
Nope.
Why should she redecorate it?
Exactly. But anyways, I want to show something off that only unlocks when you put in the proper information at the beginning of the game.
Right, your face.
Alright.
Is there something on my face?
Well,
That's not how you're
the
supposed
face
to look.
you have now isn't your real face, is it? You got your old body back through the new Cyclops serial killings case, so...
Yeah, whatever did happen about
So
whatever
this
did happen
is
to
what
that?
he actually looks
Yeah,
like.
Falco.
Yeah, well, I decided to have a custom mask made. Everyone knows me by this face. Besides, this one is, more popular with the ladies.
It's a lot more clean shaven, I'll give it that.
Because, of course.
Again, it's meant to be. Again, we already know this. I genuinely believe it was done just again to hopefully not spoil people who hadn't played Somnium Files all the way through.
I guess that's fair. Even so, it's like it would have been nice if they actually just committed to that, as opposed to just cheaping out and just give him the body of the psycho killer back.
Watermelons at the beach.
Especially knowing now what happened.
Oh,
I am done being your partner.
Iba actually bailed?
Wait, whoa, wait,
Yep,
what?
Iba bailed.
Just because he was watching porn
So
again?
she's at your house
Yeah.
right now?
No, she's working on a top secret mission.
Wow. That,
Wow.
If I told you,
I guess she
That's
was reassigned.
can I?
that's kind of crazy when you think about it.
It's kind of lame. After the whole tearful reunion that we had, after we thought she blew up and that there was no way that she could have been recovered, and now she literally just gives up all of it just
Why are
because.
you here?
I don't know.
Well, why not?
I mean, thinking about it, the events of the first game took place about, I want to say 6 months ago during this scene?
Full of things to play with.
So there was time in between then and now.
I mean, even so, it's like that seems a bit sudden.
I saw the news last night.
Guess
I
we'll have
talked
to
to
learn
Boss earlier
more.
too, so I know the gist of what's going on. A corpse suddenly appeared in the middle of a live stream.
God damn, I thought
For some reason, just the right half.
I don't know why. It's just, that's just so ridiculous. He just up and fucking plops out his eye socket and fucking leaves.
Yeah, the porn magazines were fine and dandy, but watching watermelon split between ladies' thighs, that's a bit too far.
You know what? I don't know why there was a part of me that thought, oh, it was just going to be, taking the bat and the blindfold and hitting the watermelon. But what you just described probably makes a whole hell of a lot more sense of what he was watching.
I've seen Mr. Date drunk several times before, but not once have I seen him open his wallet.
No, I'll just handle this myself.
What? Drink with me.
Of course, then there was
So
that
yeah,
one video that had.
Ryuki and Date are drinking buddies, much like how Date
Awesome.
had Renju during the events of before the first game.
That is true.
Right.
Oh, really quick, hang on, let's talk about her.
Soft. It feels kind of soothing being here.
The little animation on her in there as
Anything to
well.
promote office
You
wellness.
silly Billy.
What are you talking about?
Well then, you won't mind if I join you.
Right?
It's occupied.
Date.
Occupado. Really quick.
House
really quick,
meeting now.
Her name is Tama. She's a kind of robot known as an AI ball, and right now I suppose her gender is set to female. She's usually nested in my left eye socket and supports me on investigations. She's my left eye and also my partner.
Also, she's a lot more humanly built than Iba's gerbil form.
I guess
Yep,
it's
no
I guess it's a matter of personal preference on what form they take.
Tama,
Guess
show
so.
me
I
some
suppose so.
That's not how you ask for a favor, is it?
And she's, again,
I've made
very
it
much not a
Tama.
fan of being the subservient one.
How about this?
Let's look at the news! Tama is connected to my brain through a wireless link.
Something like this.
That's how we were able to exchange information while Tama is at my left eye socket.
I said news, not nudes.
They're tasteful
Oops.
nudes.
Yes, there is such a thing.
It hasn't even been half a day. No new info for you yet.
About
Jin's
the whole
left
freaking
half hasn't
TV
found
studio
it.
nonsense.
Why did his right half burst into flames like that?
We're still looking into it, but I was told they haven't recovered any mechanical or electrical pieces.
So
Just
it wasn't
up
a
and went.
time bomb.
Do you think it
But
could've been
which is
sparked
odd, because
in this
otherwise you
combustion?
think the X-ray visor would have picked that up when we were scanning him before.
Exactly.
Hang on, look at the boy band poster.
Oh, you wanna do that?
Want to hear some juicy gossip? I heard they got transferred to Lemniscate.
Ooh!
Where Iris works. Dante's heard it a
Good for
lot.
them.
So they're all working collectively as like one VTuber in a 5-man suit.
Ah, Wells.
I guess now let's stop and think about it. Who's even running Lemniscate now?
Technically,
You'll find out.
I was because I thought technically Mizuki had some share in the company because of her father.
Right, right, because of her dad.
I'd be out drinking every night. My kid would never let me hear the end of it.
I'm
Kid?
sorry,
Kid?
Your kid?
What?
Yeah, my little girl. At
What?
least, I think she's a little girl. I didn't spot any dangly bits, so.
Oh, a
she
dog.
says otherwise.
Oh.
I had no idea you had a daughter, boss.
Neither did we.
Neither did I.
I didn't know either. Why
It's
did
a
you keep that
dog.
secret all this time?
Or a cat.
It wasn't a
Or a
secret.
penguin.
Oh, is that what she calls her daughter? She just has a cat running around home, calls her daughter.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
it
entire
would not. I
country's
mean,
been
wouldn't be the
talking
first
about
time.
it all day.
Not just Japan, but the whole world. A body sliced in half suddenly appeared in the middle of a broadcast.
I was thinking about Dante. Why weren't you at the charity event?
I'd be
I think it was
surprised if
busy.
Didn't go viral.
But how strange.
Busy doing what?
There was a
Watching
blackout before the corpse
watching your usual pornos?
Hey, that takes a
Most likely.
long time, says Dante. Not me, only Dante. Now then.
Oh.
What ocean current do you like?
I like the current times.
I like the equatorial current.
I like the Ecuadorian current.
Sounds like a title of an enka songi. It's a song about a sailor and a harbor womany. Up to sleep. I'm curious what this does.
So yeah, you
and
have
I
a
see.
little bit of a direction chart thing, depending on where you go. A child who's kind of
Okay.
crazy.
Yep. So that's why. So those are like. Now
It's an
I'll admit,
evolution chart.
Yeah, I don't say, and I have absolutely no idea how to like determine which one sends you where, unless it's like the direction of whichever button is. Like I can't tell. For instance, I can't tell what's a brave answer or an impish answer sometimes.
You just have to guess.
Fair enough.
But
We'll see
thankfully,
what
the game
happens.
does log what forms you get her to take.
Anyway.
See it again?
No.
No.
Oh,
Oh no.
Stop!
Yeah, last time we went insane. If you recall.
I smell toast. I saw that video last night, and
You smell toast.
What is it,
God
you?
damn. Now you're just making me imagine his brain literally fried like toast.
Yeah, quite clear.
I saw a babbling brook swirling through a stream with a hint of
with
lemon.
a hint of lemon.
Got several million views.
The
Oh,
account
well,
is
yeah.
Sure
already
enough, it kind of
But
does.
you know how it is.
But you know what? That actually is a very
People upload
interesting way of doing
copies
it.
to
They
other
basically put that
sites
QR
almost
code on a live
immediately.
stream, so everybody in the
That
world
means the actual
watching
number of people
and
who saw it is several
multiple
times.
VODs and clips would have saved it. So
Strange
whatever's
having
going on
sense.
here, we have an
What do you mean?
international
Maybe a bunch of people being sent to the
psycho-terrorist or
hospital after
something
seeing
going
the
on.
video or something.
Yeah, because from what I remember, like the whole Cyclops killings from the last game only really was centered around like Japan, not even just Japan, just like the one location.
Right. This is big. Yes, we know boss is sitting on the desk.
It's an international conspiracy.
Like this.
Oh,
Hey, it's time to do
Hello.
this old thing again.
Yeah, I'll try.
You'll try. What the hell is that? Why don't you say it like you mean it, asshole? It's your duty to solve this case. This is why you're here, isn't it?
she has a point. You gotta do your job.
It's all right now, because I am here. Half might, half for all. We are full-time heroes.
Yeah, we forgot to do this, but he also did this. There's a dialogue option that can
Maybe we
have
should
him
have a
do this
doctor
as
take
well
note.
in the live stream. He likes All Might, I guess.
Is he voiced
Interesting.
by anyone involved in My Hero Academia?
Yeah,
Because
I
I know
think we
he's
looked
Ninja Cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom.
I think I looked it up, and I don't think he's not All Might.
I got it, Tama.
He's not. I don't think is he. What is he? Freaking Deku?
Is he Deku?
No, but he sure sounds like it.
I mean, if he was,
he sounds like him. I mean, he looks like him without the freckles or the green hair.
Please someone get a mod out that texture hacks it so that he turns his
that turns him into Deku.
All you gotta do is just change his hair green, and that's all you need. I'm gonna look into this really quick. Hang on. Voice actor Ryuki.
Yeah, I can't do any backups right now.
Wasn't that inconvenient?
Oh yeah, the explosion messed up the whole.
Stephen
Fu is.
God damn, that it's like it was planned to cause a whole wreck on our progress.
It's like it was preordained or pre-planned.
By asking around for more info.
Yep.
I haven't been able to talk to the people who were at the scene.
So Stephen Fu is going to be in a game that I am looking forward to playing at some point for the channel. If we're going to go through another AI game, which I do like, but if we can go through this, I think we can go through mine. That Master Detective Archives Rain Code, the one by the Danganronpa guy.
Oh yeah.
He actually plays a guy named Aphex Logan.
Apex Logan.
Aphex, A-P-H-E-X. But nonetheless,
makes sense.
This guy, Ryuki's voice actor, is in the Live Alive game, the remake.
Oh, cool.
I forgot that guy voice acting.
Right.
He is Oboromaru, the
ninja.
And the Great Aja, big buff guy with a skull mask.
Great Aja.
Oh, and Ryuki is also in Chocobo GP.
Wait a minute! He was during the
who's there?
present day chapter.
Yep. And he plays Claire, the white chocobo with a shawl or hoodie.
Oh, him!
Does he say what?
This is different.
No.
Oh.
Well, Ryuki?
Let Ryuki say what?
Right. Leave it to me.
As for MHA, let's see if I can find him here. He voices someone named Sissy Cross, or Seiji Shishikura. He basically looks like a hero with a mask that wears like a police cap. Honestly, kind of like the cap Tama wears, in like a very tall collar.
So, you guys want to go down the list?
Yeah, let's look at what we got here.
Might as well.
Well, let's go visit an old friend or two.
Oh yeah, at the Matsushi Diner.
Unfortunately, one character involved in the first game that won't be making an appearance in this is unfortunately Ota's mother, because her voice actress, for the dub passed away.
Well, not to mention in the not to mention in the original plot, don't forget that she unfortunately she was suffering from Alzheimer's still.
Except she is still alive in this game. She's just not seen.
Okay,
with the local detective, right?
She's letting her son run things.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to be in his 20s at this point, so yeah, why not let him take over the business?
That's just what I call Mizuki.
Ah, and you're...
My name is Kizuna. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Kizuna? No, that's a different name. That's a different person.
Ryuki, right?
To put it in simple terms, she is the Iris of this game.
Oh, so it's just another Lemniscate, or just a friend that Mizuki made in...
Just another friend of Mizuki.
Okay.
Don't tell me you're a uniform.
Honestly, she just looks like someone who probably would be in show business.
You for a pervert.
Ota, get back to making the fried egg.
Shush.
Wait, the King of Friday?
No, I'm saying Ota, keep making the fried eggs over there. Keep your commentary to yourself.
Oh yeah.
Iris and Mame belong to the same dance club as I. It was through them that I was introduced to Big Sis.
So Kizuna also works at Lemniscate.
Yes, I most certainly do. However, I am not very good at it.
That's not true. You've even won a dancing competition before.
That was nothing more than a fluke. Iris is a far better dancer.
I mean, if you say so.
This is a bit difficult to explain. I just sensed a certain elegance to Mizuki that was
That's a nice little brain sticker you got on your hat.
I thought it was a brain.
It looks like puffy. Looks like, I guess, puffy lettering, but
same as Iris. They're in their third year, so they're graduating soon.
So once again, Mizuki friends with people either 6 or 12 years her senior.
Who knew? Also, I'm noticing over there the photo.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
There are family photos on display.
A happy family.
So yeah, there's his mother and there's his late father.
Right.
You know, Mr. Wormulon.
Are you
Mr. Guy that totally belongs in a Tezuka manga.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I just call him Wormulon.
Really quick, also, if we look to the left, can we find frickin'
We can find autographs, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking,
can we still find the bear?
The bear, yeah, Monokuma.
I don't think that exists outside of the Somnium, but I'll take a look-see.
Oh.
That is true. Let's see.
Let's take a look-see.
No, I see
There
the
are
bear right up
autographs
there.
from famous people on
Oh,
display.
there he is.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it doesn't
there
let
he
you.
is.
But
Wait,
it doesn't
no,
let
that's
you.
just a bear.
But I see the problem is that you can look at it. You can look at autographs, but they don't pick one out at like specifically.
Actually, let me see if the the TV is
But-
here.
There's a video of Tessa playing Mjolku. Wanna watch?
Mjolku.
Maybe
What?
later.
Why are you making that kind of
I don't
face?
know what that is.
It made him look sick.
I guess it's like a game, but yeah, I don't know why he looks so leery. Oh.
If you meow at a lucky cat statue, happiness will come your way.
I see.
Well, come on, Ryuki. Why don't you meow to the cat statue?
Yeah, espouse your wisdom. Or not.
No. What about that other person what about the other patron? I almost never
Mr.
seen anybody else in
Purple
here.
Maybe you
Uh,
should talk to that guy.
He seems kind
He
of
seems
down.
Pretty drunk.
He's drinking
Oh.
non-alcoholic beer.
Right. This is a family restaurant.
Non-alcoholic beer.
I was not aware you could get drunk from non-alcoholic beverages.
Also, non-alcoholic beer sounds gross.
It just sounds like bread that you could drink, but it doesn't make you drunk.
Well, see, the problem is that like it's just who would drink that just to taste the bitter taste of beer without any
Exactly. Beer by itself is gross. You only drink it just so you can get the
loopiness,
you know, get drunk off it.
To this day, I've still not tasted a sip of beer.
I have once when I was really young. Never again.
The only alcoholic drink I've ever tried was like strawberry champagne. I hated the taste.
The one before?
It was only
Also
like
remember
one
during
sip
my-
and I was already feeling terrible.
I feel you there. I also remember when I turned 21, a friend actually brought a whole bottle of rum. I gave that a drink. I gave that a quick sip as well. Not a second later, I bolted straight to the bathroom and spat it out.
Nah, for me, I prefer mixed drinks. Like one of my favorites, like one I had for my birthday, which was a few days before Ikki's, was it's called the Midori Sour. It uses I think some rum, something called Midori that's like a watermelon flavored liqueur, and mainly some other little things that basically when the drink's all done, it tastes like sweet sour green apple candy.
Oh right.
I don't know what the 490 means though.
Were you able to decode it?
No way. I had no idea.
I thought you
what it
were a
meant.
big video editor, computer nerd.
So aside from that Afraid of Free video,
Stop making that
at the
face.
beginning, there's also this Bats 490 video.
Just telling it like it is.
Huh.
It's just an ARG. It's a game for kids.
ARGs are fine.
ARGs.
You're a kid.
Alternate reality game.
Solve this mystery and learn the
The
secret
game
of the
master releases
world.
mysterious information to the public via the internet, leaflets, posters, stuff like that. Players decode the information to discover a location or objective. That
So what you're telling me is that this is Frog Fractions 3.
An ARG is a fusion of games
Oh my god,
and real life.
the Frog Fractions 2 was such a freaking mind trip, especially like what they had to do to get it past, because basically, really quick, Jason, what they had to do is... So Frog Fractions 1 was already a weird enough game in itself. I may do that for the channel at some point.
Please do, and let me join in.
Okay. But, it was such a wild trip that they were like, we want to make a sequel, but people already know how weird Frog Fractions 1 was, so how do we sneak Frog Fractions 2 past people? So there's a whole documentary talking about it. Literally what they had to do, they contacted another developer on Steam who was making just some kind of rinky-dink fairy village creator, almost like The Sims kind of thing. And they literally reached out to them to say, hey, hear me out. Would you mind if we bury our game's source code into your game? So that people who are wanting to play your game, they can still play that game and absolutely just enjoy that game, but if they want to, they can click certain things and now play our game as well. And the developer was chill with it and went along.
Okay.
So Frog Fractions 2 is a game that when you're looking for it, you will not find it under Frog Fractions 2. You have to literally download an entirely different game, and then it's just buried in there somewhere.
Also, I just realized we talked over the fact that they did confirm that she essentially did, like the little 12-year-old girl took over Daddy's company.
She is now the VTuber goddess.
She is the CEO.
Sorry, I can't really help.
She'll be fine. But then why should she have to worry about working with Abyss? Like, she's got her whole career made out for her now.
Then, goodness, I couldn't believe it. That corpse suddenly appeared on the
I mean, I figure she's just doing it just because deep down she actually does appreciate the kind of work that Date went into while he was working for him.
I mean, she's already best buds with Iris.
You witnessed
And in
that.
this case, Kizuna, so yeah, why not?
Are you certain you're okay? I'm totally fine. Your mental fortitude is admirable. I've been through a lot is all.
I'm pretty sure there's a thesaurus stuck underneath that brain tattoo in her brain.
Yeah,
I mean,
boy
on her
howdy,
back.
man! If only you were there to see how badly she had to deal with all the stuff in the original game.
Oh my god. But yeah, there's the only appearance of Mayumi in this game.
The proper certification for food hygiene.
Mr. Matsushita.
She was very sweet
can I
and
ask
shall
where
be
your mother
missed.
is?
Probably in the living room back there. I guess she's sitting at the kotatsu watching TV or something.
Fair enough.
So yeah,
Fair enough.
you will unfortunately not see her in this game. Aside from that.
Makes sense.
That came out of nowhere.
But even so, it is nice to see that, after everything that happened, like, they were able to open up the diner again.
Ota, we've been over this. Tessa's not your girlfriend.
You cannot stand a girl 6 years your junior.
Oh, well, as long as we're on the subject. Are you
Again,
going
I'll
out
still
with
say it till the
anyone,
cows
Kizuna?
come home.
Oh.
Like Ota.
Once again, though, I have to point out, one of these things is not like the other.
Not like the other.
Just the art.
One of these things just doesn't belong.
It's just the
It
art
looks like
style.
he belongs to Yokai Watch.
It does, but again, it's something just is. I do like it though. Something it just makes the world that it keeps it.
It keeps it fresh.
I've been over this many times, Ikki, but I'm just getting so tired of how many games are trying to just. Oh, we're gonna be a cool photorealistic art style game. Daring today, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not gonna say that it's wrong to do it. It's just that the market is so goddamn oversaturated that it's kind of nice when games like these exist.
Yeah.
That isn't afraid to, push it a little further than its traditional, like, anime aesthetic.
Yeah.
Partially comes from that, I'm sure. Glass slippers. Isn't that so nice?
But otherwise, as I was saying earlier, it's like, no, I'll still say till the cows come home. It's like, they say Oda's, like, in his 20s, and yet the dude looks like he should be in middle school.
Yeah, I keep forgetting he's like 27 or something.
25.
25.
Though, imagine... Oh, God, I just realized... I mean, I doubt he'd changed much in 6 years, but imagine that for a moment.
What, him and Iris being a thing?
No,
just him older.
Him in his 30s.
Oh my
at that
god.
point.
He just turned. It literally, the way in my head I play it out, it would literally be.
Well, again,
he
keep in mind,
goes.
this is 6 years ago.
I'm saying here. What?
Hmm?
Oh,
Like
it's her own
Invincible
home.
Rainbow
It's like,
Arrow? Well, this is not that.
you don't like it?
I prefer Invisible Rainbow Arrow, but...
On my way to the station, the crowd squeezes out my frustration, and now I'm taking heat in the classroom. Oh well, I'll eat some donuts in the bathroom. Now I hear my friend got hurt.
I could see this sounding better in the original language.
Most likely,
yeah.
You know those things where, like, when you're trying to match the syllables, sometimes the words just don't quite work.
Yeah. Or, just rewriting it for an international audience.
Yeah. But, I was gonna say, yeah, no, the only way I see that working, James, for Ota, he goes to bed at the age of 29, he looks like a Pokemon trainer, he wakes up the next day, and he immediately looks like Professor Oak. Just no transition, just boom, boom, he's immediately that old looking. At least Ryuki likes it. And even the somehow drunk guy.
The drunken not drunk.
Decent pipes. I'd say a solid 6. Also need heart backpack.
A 6 out of what?
That many numbers.
That many? Okay, so you rated her a 6 out of 5.
Yeah.
Quick, how many fingers am I holding up?
17. Uh-oh.
I know your name. You're Kizuna, aren't you?
Oh, great. It's her own MoMA.
This guy is probably the most controversial in the game.
And I'm 22 years old.
Lien?
My father's American and my mother's Japanese. So,
Good
I
to
want you to
hear.
marry me.
How old is Kizuna again? 18, you said? And thus I see the controversy.
It's better than Oda simping on a 18-year-old.
Yep, but
yeah,
he's...
this is Leanne, the most controversial character in the game, as far as I'm aware. Personally,
Just
I
for
like
that.
it.
No.
I mean,
I'm
was
not
it just for that
okay.
statement alone?
My heart feels like a jackhammer.
Like,
it's
yeah,
gonna
is
burst
it
out of
only
my
because
chest
he's
any
pursuing a
second.
relationship with an 18-year-old?
Of course, this isn't a joke.
I don't know.
Yuzuna's dance purified my heart.
I mean, he's coming
There
off
was
as
so much
weird,
darkness
but
building inside
not
me, but
dangerous
she cleared
yet.
It all away. It felt like I went
I'll put
straight
it
to
this way,
heaven.
he's not
I've always wanted to
dangerous
be a
per
pilot
se,
since I was
but he's a bit of a dope.
It was my dream
Okay.
to fly through
I mean,
the
again,
sky.
So not unlike Oda in the original game.
Yeah.
Just he's
Though I will say he's less skeevy than Ota.
So
I mean, that's good. I mean, at least this guy looks like he's in his 20s.
No, thank you.
Let him down directly and softly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go with that.
I love that face on Oda, by the way.
Like, yeah, you got what you deserve.
No, thank you.
No,
I'll
thank
pretend I didn't hear that either.
Okay.
Stop saying that.
She'll keep working it.
Okay, now I'm starting to see how awkward this is.
Is that, yeah, I can see now how this gets a little controversial is because,
He reminds me a lot of Aaron Hansen.
it's the highlights in the hair, but I think the issue is that I see now where the issue is. The fact that like he's not taking the hint.
I didn't feel like doing it.
I was on his side up until she said no thank you now 3 times, and he did not like. Now it's starting to become dangerous parasocial. Kinda
Well, again,
yeah.
he's kind of a dope.
I can still get drunk off of them, okay?
Just as long as he learns his lesson by the end of this
I
game.
was a bank clerk.
What
Oh.
were you really?
I don't like talking about it, but I was a janitor.
I think that is a noble job.
So right. But
Ah,
unfortunately,
all the little
my
effects
job was
around him.
taken from me.
Oh,
I
How
have
so?
zero motivation
By a
to do
Roomba?
anything now.
those dang robots taking my jobs.
I swear they're going to take over the janitorial world.
Well, I mean, think of it this way. He gets drunk off of non-alcoholic beer, and he gets replaced by Aruba. That's entirely within his purview. I mean, that's entirely realistic by this game's standards.
We haven't obtained much useful information. There's no point in staying here for too long.
Yeah, this was all
Let's go
just
somewhere else.
getting. This was all just for the sake of meeting up with everybody again.
Anyways.
Also, I just realized something, Ikki. I think
Oh yeah, I
before
think
we
this
go
is
to
actually...
yeah, this is honestly would be actually a good time to call it a wrap, considering we're just about right around the 2-hour mark.
Oh, alright.
Oh, but first,
No!
What fish do
Save
you
it
like?
for next time!
Tuna.
Save it for next time! No!
Don't be don't be perverted-y. What?
I'm kind of
You fool!
I'm honestly, I'm kind of bummed that none of the options was catfish.
I know.
There ain't no cats in this game. What are you talking about?
There you go. Saving.
You never had catfish before?
Let's look at the
No.
flowchart.
My sister's had fried catfish.
Yeah, no, fried catfish is the best, at least as far as fish is concerned.
Flowchart,
Yeah,
I like
this
to check
is
the
the
flow.
scene select for those not familiar with the first game.
It's less
Interesting.
a massive, as you see, it's less a massive web of lies or whatever like the first game, you know what I mean, and more so like a direct like actual just straight up scroll down like through the timeline.
Also,
Scroll
on top
down
of that,
through a chalkboard.
notice the color of the border between the scenes. You
Yeah.
see, this one is orange and blue, which means you're playing as both Ryuki and Mizuki. In this case, you're playing as Mizuki, same goes for here. In this case,
Oh.
we're playing
we're
as
on the
Ryuki,
path.
so it's orange.
Okay. And yeah, so there's all our chapters. Anyone imagines, dispossessed, new investigation, and a strange tale, and so we can go from there.
Also, I love that
Okay.
little scribble of Iba.
Oh yeah.
She am become loaf.
Yep.
She is best. She is best. Gerbil loaf. Loaf.
Best gerbil loaf.
She
Oh,
is
and
best
actually,
loaf.
real quick, this is also Tama's room.
No, this is the evaluation.
Ah, we don't care about that. Give me Tama's room. Tama's room.
The evaluation is basically an achievement list.
Oh, looks no different than before. It's just now Tom is sitting on the chair.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was different. My bad. What have you been into?
You hear
lately?
that,
What have
Logan?
you been into lately?
I'm always into you, Ryuki. Physically.
What?
Thank
Also,
you,
if you go to
Overlord.
dress up,
Oh, what can she wear?
well, it's fine.
Oh.
I will.
She has a thing on her head,
That's just her hat.
and she doesn't have to wear that hat.
Yeah, looks good.
I think the hat.
Honestly,
gives-
honestly, with the hat on, it makes her look like a total dominatrix.
I mean,
Yeah.
what do you think the point of her is?
Especially the spiky collar thing. May
Let's
as well
ask
say
for a
that.
little bit of closing life advice.
Worry about relationships. Yeah. Go ahead, Ikki. I guess these ones. Some of the costumes you can download and purchase via
All
DLC.
humans are brothers?
Okay.
I'm getting badmouthed on by people on the internet.
I'm being called a poo-poo duty head on the internet.
Do you think someone would do that? Say lies on the internet?
Just go on the internet and tell lies?
You're searching for
But
it yourself.
but
You're
yeah,
going out and looking for it.
other costumes you could find was a hot dog suit. For Halloween, you could
Isn't
get
that
them
right?
making them look like zombies. One of them is
Those who talk
Iba
behind
just
people's
has a
backs are
shark
the
biting
lowest
on her head
below.
as a hat. Like
No
various
one
things
would
like
listen
that.
to those people.
A lot of
Just
time
what
went into
normal
this,
people say
and
behind
it's
your
all
back.
just kind of flavor text at the end of the day.
If it was a DM or reply, use the mute or block function.
There you go.
If they continue to attack you from different accounts, report them.
Oh,
The world is shifting to punish anonymous shit talking.
it should.
First, wait for the laws to change.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for in the next 5 years or so.
I'll hack them, expose them.
Yes!
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
If only we're that simple.
We had Spike.
But,
we had Spike Chunsoft. We had Spike
actually,
Chunsoft with
one last thing we could do before we leave. Did we want to check up on our files?
Oh, that's right, our files
We
stuff.
could check. Oh yeah, the dictionary.
Which the dictionary is now split into different timelines. People we know in the past and now, and any of our other wacky stuffs.
Interesting.
So, what would you like to see?
There's a lot.
Well, we got Mizuki first and
Her
foremost.
profession as a 6th grader back in the day, and then of course we got Aiba, an autonomous robot. She likes hacking, fluoroscopy, voice imitation, and 3D modeling. She likes insects, spiders, crustaceans, and AOF 5.
I don't know what AOF 5 means.
I don't know that.
I think it might stand for Date.
And she dislikes perverted jokes, watermelon crushing, and VR videos. And he likes justice, duty, loyalty, and he likes Date. He dislikes evil, cheating, wicked thoughts, lies, and demotions. He's a highly educated rich boy hired right out of school. He lost his
He
parents
knows
in a
gun
plane
fu.
crash.
He's a rich boy.
He likes
Well,
gun
son of a
fu.
gun.
He had been living with his younger brother until he too passed away when he was still in high school. Damn, this guy's all on his own.
So wait, go back to him real quick. We're literally dealing with this world's equivalent to Batman.
Oh my god, yeah, rich boy. Oh.
Which Batman?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Likes comedy, anything perverted, S&M. Okay, well there you go. AE10D1F.
I don't know what that means, but if you could find out, please tell us in the comments.
I have the feeling that it might be the exact same thing as what Aiba's whole thing was.
I'll learn it by the next part, hopefully. She also dislikes dense people, dislikes people. There's Leanne. He likes Alfrey, Yoyagi Park, and Kizzy, of course. He dislikes the past and anything that Kizzy dislikes. He likes building model planes and spaceships. He has extraordinary luck. He was a former thief.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot.
He gets rejected after confessing his love to her.
She's again a profession. She's a high school senior.
Dislikes the unemployed.
Dislikes unemployed. Sorry, Jian. She also likes Cinderella, and whoever Big Sis is.
Cinderella.
The daughter
Mozzarella.
a former quiz king turned comedian. He likes Ferris wheel, things that spin, bow ties, and family. He dislikes Odin, super hot bass. I thought this was gonna say he dislikes round-shaped doorways, like with a little arch at the top. His money troubles led to a divorce from his wife, and now lives with his son Shoma. Oh damn! Is this guy actually gonna become an actual main character we talk to a lot in this game?
Why, yes, he is.
Oh shit!
There he is.
Oh,
damn,
there's
Jin.
there's his other half.
His right half was found at the Studio Divita. Man, bear in mind, this was now 6 years ago. Boss 6 years ago likes gourd dolls, anything shiny and black. Dislikes tidying up, nuclear families, ex-boyfriends or superiors at HQ. Frequently hot clubs, host clubs, not hot clubs. Why'd I say that? Likes finding ways and exploiting them to ensure total obedience. Of course, we got Date. He likes classic cars, curry bonito, pelvises.
As for age, he's actually 40 at this point.
He should be, yeah. Trying to think what else. Crap. Collecting vintage magazines.
Actually, wait, it's either 42 or 36. I can't remember. Iris!
She likes the occult, Mizuki, any of her friends. Dislikes scary people. She's
As does everybody.
Her skills are running really, really fast unless she needs to be carried. There's freaking Oda. Freaking Pose again. Up until recently, he was unemployed, but now he works at the diner. After finding out
He's a
that Tessa
self-proclaimed life novel author.
After finding out that Tessa likes the occult, he's been really going into that.
He's the Brian Griffin of the Somnium Files.
And as we recall, he is the frickin' gold trident wielder at the Maid Cafe, whereas unfortunately, as we remember, Mizuki is now the platinum, Ocean King, wielder.
I think she's up to Orichalcum now.
Which, to be fair, that was only because of
her father. And they wanted
right.
to be nice
It was purely out of nepotism.
Which, fair enough, she deserved at the time. Anyway, then we got Moma, who likes loyalty, chivalry, Gandhi. He likes Puff Puff.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people like Gandhi too, and were really upset they didn't show up in Clone High Season 2.
Right.
I keep forgetting that he also likes.
He likes ass.
Ass.
Erotic novels. His boss dislikes the police. His big brother.
He has a big
and
brother?
animal cruelty. And he dislikes animal cruelty.
Hence the dog.
Squinting really hard to see through the censorship.
What? Oh, okay, it's a blurry thing, right?
Oh, this guy.
we have Detective Ushidera. He likes caramel, chocolate, biscuits, ice cream. Aww.
He doesn't like foxes?
His skills, he can actually use cling wrap without messing it up and puncturing holes in it.
I guess he's a rank below boss, hence why he doesn't like people that are cunning like a fox.
News executive.
He is known as the Melter.
Inspector Aria.
God damn it.
Inspector your picks dandelions,
and there it
Rose, Kissarin Passarin. I don't know. Sancho. People don't like remembering his name. His skills are playing dead.
Oh.
Unlike,
oh dear.
And supposedly he's really handsome under R.I.P. Brad Venable. Unlike
Wait,
Kagami, your
Paul
name
Venable
will never be
beginning
forgotten.
Part, didn't I?
What's up?
I feel terrible now.
What's up, Ikki?
I accidentally called him Paul Venable at the beginning of the part.
It worked, but there you go. Now we know his name, and now this is in the present. Even though she's in high school, she was hired as a special agent. We're gonna have to kind of go through this because we're already past now almost 2 hours. He likes this one now as well. Oh yeah, this is still Date, D-A-T-E. I get it now. It's an alphanumeric code. You swap the letter for its corresponding number, or wait, where the hell am I even going from this? I actually don't know. Why did I say alphanumeric? But because I assume this is M-I-Z-U-K-I. No, that still doesn't make sense.
Check her profile in the previous in the past.
It only said AOF5.
Yeah, basically this thing here is an addition. I'm looking. Okay, screw it. I'm looking this up now. While
maybe that's supposed to be Mizuki.
You look into.
But now she sympathizes with Salmon as opposed to playing with bugs.
Yeah, you look into this while I look this up.
Ryuki, severely emotionally scarred from the case 6 years ago. He was already mentally unstable, but it got worse. Supposedly, he knows something important about the HB case.
Not like he'll tell us.
Tana! We already looked at this.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like there's much different yet.
I find it weird how she knows how to horse race, but no judgment.
Okay,
here's something weird that I noticed from the get-go when I first played the game. Look at her overview.
Mm-hmm.
Yuki's direct superior, Mizuki's adoptive mother.
Aww. So it makes sense, between the two. Well, because don't forget, at the time, Mizuki didn't need an adoptive mother in the first game because her mother was still alive until the event. Wait.
No, but during that time, she was Date's adopted daughter. But since Date hasn't been seen in 6 years, she was picked up by a boss.
Makes sense.
Also, I looked up how the code works. Really quick.
How's it work?
So the code works like this. Basically, you need to convert it into its numbers, and then you have to cover digits that work out. So basically, hear me. So yeah. So it's basically, again. So we still call this D-A-T-E. Just hear me out. That's Date. Then you also have to look at because you know what it is. It's also alphanumeric numbers as well, like hexadecimal, because F can be a number of them. But yeah, it's okay. Sorry, it's hexadecimal values. So F technically is, I believe F calculates out to 20, which is the letter T. I don't know. It's something to that effect. And then here you're actually combining them.
It's the 20th letter in the alphabet. Yeah.
Yeah, and then same with this. So yeah, this I can just say right now, this is Date, that's Mizuki, and that's that's Ryuki. They're just being coy about it.
So yeah, he can use cling wrap without messing it up. Wow.
Pretty sure we heard that already. And Inspector. Wow, he's only 36.
Well, this time he is. A talented inspector, he was assigned to the case by Police HQ due to his impressive skills. He's looking for a girlfriend, but addicted to dating apps.
Oh,
He can't be tapped down, you see. Now let's look up dirty words in the dictionary.
Oh boy.
Eyeballs and select information I thought needed additional explanation. You may lose your memory due to an accident. You can use this to regain your memory if that happens. Of course, we know about this. They're the secret location, intern.
Did they just actually get that logo?
I wish
recently?
we had a cute intern.
I think we had that logo in the first game. They're
I
still
think it
unofficial
had
underground. They're still unofficial underground, not to be spoken of, even though we do all this
They're
stuff.
secret.
We had a cute intern. They
Ujisaki.
Oh god.
Ujisaki was a Yakuza group. I never knew about them, the ones that owned the Kumakura.
I think they mentioned it in the first game. Whoa.
View Cube.
Oh dear.
It's currently the #1 job elementary school children want to do when they grow up, being a View Cuber.
Sad, but yeah, accurate.
We have our Wajet system. Don't got was developed by the biggest U.S. technological company, Elgoog.
Elgoog. Of course it was Elgoog.
Got X-ray vision, so unfortunately no underwear, naked ladies, or first chakras can be seen with it. Got the old Evolver gun, which I still love this design. I hope we get to use. I hope we get to use more of it. Oh, and I get it. And our snub nose version is the Evolver MC, the Mizuki custom model of the Evolver.
Okay.
Ooh.
Forensics. There you go.
That's not funny at all.
Whoops.
Gandharva.
That was our correct answer for the Indian half god, half beast spirit person.
They do not eat meat, but they are carnal.
There. Again, the Kumakura.
What the hell is a clean Yakuza organization?
Good question. I think that's short term for bullshit.
Cloud. Online, in layman's terms, memory located in the memory. It's not a blonde man with a huge buster sword. That's what Cloud is. Ushida was a member of Section 2, but since the HB, he has been moved to Section which specializes in cold cases. Cool. Tama, hands-on assistant, is not sexual innuendo at all. Nope.
Nope.
Jurisdiction is, for example, something happens in Turoko. I mean, just understand. Jurisdiction means that's where you're supposed to go. That's what a sinker is. Person sinks. This person sinks into synchronizing. Person who gets synced into.
They need more photos.
I know.
Yeah.
Again,
visual evidence is always the best.
Somnium's the realm of dreams. We know that they are double. People who have parents of different race. There's a word that means half, but since it was deemed inappropriate to call someone a half, so it's supposed to call me I see. So instead of calling someone biracial, you'd call them double racial, I guess.
Huh.
Okay.
Even though I don't think I've ever heard that before. So I think pretty sure it's anyway, special fixation.
Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places.
Devaita, the name of a video capture studio, is derived from the Hindu word for dualism.
I thought it was just a play on divider.
Nah. Of course, we got Nile. You can even get A-set stickers. Make sure you get those right away.
Ooh. I think you actually can get A-set stickers on like.
Oh, I'm sure they've absolutely released them by now. I know Nintendo has some like Mario themed line stickers.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that for a while.
Ramen.
Right.
You can always watch the video by itself.
Yeah.
But
or you can just
assuming you want to go through the mental scars again.
Team Popo. Oh yeah. They call this Team Popo because we were the Popo.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
I thought they meant like the Pope.
Nope. Police headquarters. Live.
I'm sad I missed my father's passing. He didn't live stream it.
That's a bad example.
Oh. That's terrible.
Wow. What the fuck?
Jesus
Trivia
Christ.
Can be found.
All right, this is the trivia that we kind of through.
Yeah. These are all the things that will like scroll across the screen whenever they were happening.
Yep.
In case you missed.
If ever you want to read them again, and then there's of course the training
We
manual.
don't need to look at this. It's too much.
The last thing I believe they'll do it for our first part.
There's only one other thing I can maybe show off really quick, which is if we go back to the main menu screen. This is the bonus menu where we can spend all of our eyeballs.
So let's see what we can afford.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Because you have to like do certain things. You have to like
you have to earn specific achievements to actually unlock the things that you can buy. But for the meantime, we can actually buy some of this concept art.
We can
buy a lot of it, in fact.
I'm
so
sure.
Why don't we do that?
We got this, the Muda. Basically, this is like, remember, like our wacky little things we find in the Somniums, like the little Somnium image. Again, oh snap! So they also gave her an Evolver lead pipe.
And then, yeah, an Evolved.
I mean, how can you go wrong?
Nice. I like her with the hair and ponytails, honestly.
Yeah, the
and that's it.
Hair actually looks pretty cool.
So we have a lot more Somniums we got to go through if we want to find everything, but that's basically how it works.
Yeah, there are a lot of Somniums. And a lot of bonuses.
A lot of other stuff too.
That's about it, honestly. So, I'm game for jumping back into this wacky world.
Hell yeah! So next on the AI Somnium Files Nirvana initiative, we're gonna mull about town a little bit more, meet the colorful cast of crazy critters and characters, and maybe you'll encounter a specific mad scientist. I don't know.
A mad scientist.
I just realized why they called it a Nirvana initiative with the capital
That's
letters.
not why
there.
they called it.
I'm looking at the capital letters.
Yeah, that's not what they called it. You see the capital letters up here? They have nothing to do with that. They are liars.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cry bullshit there. We'll see you all next time.
See ya.
See you next time, Freyer.